if you if you have been worried about the big changes coming to Facebook, the API changes, if you are using Facebook groups and maybe you haven't heard about this, you are in for a treat because today I'm going to show you exactly how we can navigate all of the changes in Facebook groups happening in 2024. So if you're watching this in the replay, know that we are live. We are going to take just a couple minutes to get everybody in the same space to make sure that we all find this live stream and get everybody on the same page. And then I'm going to be diving into a full presentation showing you exactly how to navigate these changes. There have been a lot of people sharing misinformation. I've got a fix for you, and it is going to be awesome. So the first little nugget that I'm going to give you before we actually screen share and we go into the full training that I have prepared for you is I'm going to tell you that I already started this live stream, oh my gosh, about exactly 20 minutes ago, and my camera dropped out. And so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you how to fix it when something like this happens. This is actually going to be a strategy that we use with Facebook groups as well. So I'm going to screen share right now and do a little bit of a bonus nugget jumping in as I get us all back on track, because we use a system that we call the party bus, which is really important and really valuable for Facebook groups. So let me screen share. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to screen share my YouTube channel as I make all of this happen. So there was 128 of us live, and I'm so sad we lost everybody. So I'm going to give us just a chance for us to be able to join us back here. So this is my Facebook group. And here I'm going to, or not my Facebook group. Oh my gosh, this is my YouTube channel. Ready? This is YouTube. Here we go. Okay, this is YouTube. And we're going to go over to my channel and we're going to grab the video that is live right now. So, and we're going to go over to my channel and we're going to grab what I'm going to do is I'm going to take live right now from this video, and we're going to go over to my channel. I'm going to grab this link, we're going to grab what I'm going to do is I'm going to take live right now from this video, and we're going to go over to my channel. I'm going to grab this link, we're going to grab. I use Rebrandly. There's a bunch of different tools that you can use like this. This is going to help us get everybody back on track. So if you go in here, you're going to see this molly.live/YTFBAIP. Has 213 clicks. We are going to come in here. We're going to edit this link. This was sending people to our YouTube video that broke. Now what we're going to do is we're going to redirect people to this YouTube video where we're live right now. I'm also going to copy that because I want that title because I lost it. Okay, so now we're going to send people to, let me make sure it's the right link. We're going to send people to, yeah, baby, yeah, this link where we want people to join us. So I'm just going to make sure that's populated properly. Perfect. Now, the link that we had shared earlier to get people to the live video is still working. We've redirected what we call our party bus. Okay, now what I'm going to do, and this is really important because if you send people to a Facebook group and the Facebook group stops working, we can now redirect them. So now what I'm going to do, and I'm going to explain why all of this is important in just a moment. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into my email service provider because this is where we're communicating with our people. We're not relying on these third-party social media tool schedulers. We're not relying on, we're not relying on, let me just do this. We're not relying on Facebook by any means, right? So what we're going to do, and we're not relying on YouTube apparently either because they cut my camera out. Just kidding. So I'm going to just take this and I'm going to say here, we lost the stream. We are live again. Join us. And now I'm just sending this back out to get everybody to know where we actually are. Whoops, that was crazy. I don't want to, maybe I do want to do that. Do I want to do that? Is that cool? I don't know. How can I paste just text only? That's wild. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to say here, I'm going to type in, that's going to be too crazy. I have the party link though. So I'm going to do this, molly.live/YT. FBAPI, because that's the link that I use to send people to the actual spot. So I'm gonna go like this, right? I'm gonna save this. Oh my gosh, you guys, we lost all of our friends. Tell all your friends that we're here. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Okay, now I'm gonna just this is very sloppy, but okay, whatever. We are back. Fixed stream. Okay, continue. And now I'm just gonna send this as an email. I'm gonna send it to everybody except for people who are cold or don't want to be contacted. Okay. This said broadcast. Okay. Now the other thing that we're gonna do really quickly, and I'm gonna go deeper into this because I got like a whole presentation around this. What we're gonna do is if you notice inside our Facebook group, I did something kind of crazy yesterday. I so if we look at our Facebook group, I did something kind of crazy yesterday and I created a few things inside the group to let people really know where this is happening. So, what I did, I'm just going to explain it to you really quickly. What I did was I created an event. I created a messenger chat, which I'm really hesitant about those chats, but I think that when you are doing an event or something that you really want to make sure people get the information about, it's a great thing to do, not like the boy who cried wolf, but just to like spark an interest, right? To really get people the information and then you can close the chat down later. So I'm going to share that. We're getting back to all of our friends being here, y'all. So thank you so much for cheering everyone on and hopefully I'm going to look and see where you are in the chat. Back again. Okay. Vicky, I love you. All right. Um, if you're lost, it's because everyone's lost. We haven't actually started yet. This is just me working out loud to get everybody back. So we had 128 people here with us live, and then my camera cut out. So we're restarting. I'm probably going to have to download this and edit it and all of that. But we're live, baby, and we're here. So don't worry. If you're lost. So are we. I'm getting us all back on track. Okay. You're not the only one if you're lost. Okay. Ugh. All right. So this is giving me a chance to get everybody into the group. I can see we've got 23 more members trying to join the group. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop screen sharing. I am going to go here. We are back. And I'm going to share that link. Thank you. Jeez. Okay. All right. All right. Wait, you guys, we did it. We did it. So what I call this concept of the party bus is something that I was going to dive into. I always love to shout out our member of our community, Kamiko, who came up with this term party bus. And I had slides presented, slides created to go through this very strategically, but so here we are. The party bus is actually something that if you watched the Grammys, it was displayed brilliantly. And I'm going to just dive into the party bus right now while everybody's coming on back over here. So the party bus is this. First of all, in the chat, will you let me know? Give me a Taylor Swift, yes or no, in the chat. Taylor Swift, yes or no? I'm still adding people into the group. You're good. Okay, give me a Taylor Swift, yes or no in the chat. Oh, Deanna, it's so good to see you. We missed you on Tuesday. I didn't even get a no. I got a meh. Okay. Now, whether you love her or hate her, whether you love her or meh her, right? What she did on the Grammys was pretty brilliant. So on the Grammys, when she won her first award, and to be totally clear, like I think I could name two of her songs, but I think it's really interesting to watch the way that she has shown up and taken all these people and pointed them in the direction that she wants to go in. And she's made them feel like a part of her community. So if you do not like her, I do not care because you can learn from her, right? I was at an event the other day and in the chat, not in the chat, we were at an event, someone was speaking on stage, and he mentioned 2 presidents who I will not mention today, and he was explaining that when we mention these presidents' names, we instantly feel that polarization. We instantly feel, "Oh my gosh, no," or "Oh my gosh, yes," right? This is the same kind of thing that you wanna create with your content. And the reason that I'm talking about Taylor Swift is because at the Grammys, when she won her award, she was in what we like to call an awareness playground. An awareness playground is somewhere that you can go where there are a lot of people. You can then connect with your community and bring them to your party, okay? So, if you're on TV on the Grammys, obviously there's a lot of people there. It doesn't have to be a wide audience like that. What you really want is a community of people that are your ideal clients. So even in a Facebook group of like 50 people, you can really powerfully connect with ideal clients, really powerfully connect with power partners, right? There is this thing when you show up at like a lunch with 4 people, big dollars come out of lunches with 4 people. So, Taylor Swift is on stage at the Grammys, and she wins this award. She's like, "Oh, it's" okay, she does something else brilliant, which she says, "This is my" I'm gonna pretend this is my Grammy, okay? She's like, "This is my 13th award," which, if you're not paying attention to what she's doing, I don't know all the history for it behind it because 'cause I'm just, like, watching as an outsider, but 13 is her favorite number, and she talks about it all the time, and people freak out about it. 13 is Taylor's Brussels sprouts, if you know what I'm talking about, okay? We'll get into that in a moment. So, Taylor Swift, she she's on stage and she's like, "Oh my gosh, like, this is my 13th Grammy. This is gonna be my Grammy, not the water bottle." Okay? She's like, "Oh my gosh, it's my 13th Grammy." And all of her people know what she's talking about, right? That's like an inside joke that she an inside thing, it's that stickiness that she's creating. Then, after that, she says, "Okay, I have someone to thank. You, my fans. You're the only reason I'm here." Right now, I don't use the word fans, I don't use the word audience, I use the word community because I really believe we here, we're building a community. If you feel like you're a part of our community, give me a heck yes in the chat, okay? We're almost back to where we were before, y'all. We're at 115, so the story is working. We're doing it. Okay, so she's like, "I wanna thank you, my fans." And then she's like, "And I have a little surprise for you." Now, those of you in our community, and this is mainly, I'm doing this training for our community. If you're watching this and you're new to us, I'm Molly. Hi, nice to meet you. So we talk about this concept called Whitneying. And Whitneying is an homage to the amazing Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston is my Taylor Swift. So Whitneying is where you bring people in by giving them just a little nugget, a little bit of the magic. So she's like, Whitney goes, "You see through," right? She doesn't go straight to the key change. So Taylor Swift on the Grammys, she's like, I wanna thank my fans, right? She's like connecting with those people. And then she's like, "And I have a secret for you." Right? She's like, "And I have a secret." Everybody leans in, her voice changes, her body changes. She's like, "I've got a secret." Everybody leans in. Now, all of her people are like, "Whoa, what's happening? What's happening?" Right? So then she says, brilliantly, she's like, "My album, this is her launch, this is her business, this is her product that she's releasing that they've been waiting for because she's building up to the moment," right? So she builds up the moment. She's like, my new album is going to be coming out." And she tells them when it's going to be coming out. That was like, "Don't make me close one more door," right? That was like when Whitney gets to that part where she's like, I'll belting out the chorus, right? And so everybody's like, "Yeah, this is amazing." Then she pulls it back a little bit more, and I promise this is gonna have so much to do with groups, and I have slides and everything. I'm gonna go over exactly what to do technically on groups. If this story is resonating with you, let me know in the chat. Okay, so she's like, "Don't let me close on my door," whatever. She's like belting her face off like that. This is the date of the album launch. Everybody's freaking out. Okay, so amazing. And then she takes it one step further by leading the party bus where she wants it to go, because then everybody's watching the Grammys, right? What do these platforms want? And I'm actually just gonna, I am going to skip ahead into my slides right now, which of course are not pulled up on my computer because I had to shut everything down. So what did I even call this? Ugh, I think I'm just gonna have to go to my Google Drive. Okay. So then she's like, and yeah, everybody's excited about this thing, right? Everybody's excited about it. Then she busts out the social triangle, y'all. The social triangle is this. I'm skipping way ahead in my slides. We'll go back to the beginning in just a moment. But the social triangle is this. Ready for it? Here we go. This is no matter what happens with any of the API access or whatever, no matter what happens, this sucker is important. So you have to actually show up on the platform. Did Taylor Swift show up at the Grammys? Yes. Does everybody show up at the Grammys? No, some people don't even accept their own awards. So Taylor Swift shows up at the Grammys. She's there. Then She connects with her ideal client. She's like, "You are the most important people to me," right? She's there talking to them, she's there talking to them. She also thinks, "Where are my people spending time?" Where if you saw the Grammys, where were her people spending time? Put it in the chat. Where were her people spending time? Because what she does is she gives the platform what it wants. The third piece of the social triangle is that we have to give the platform what it wants. She doesn't post a link saying, "Go whatever, opt in, blah, blah, blah." She doesn't post a link saying, "Go watch this somewhere else." No. She's at the Grammys and she says, "I'm going to post my cover of the album on Instagram." So she sends the party bus to Instagram. Dope. Now, some people were really annoyed by this, and they were like, "Oh, that was so cheeky." Whatever. No, she's flipping brilliant. Like, it's so good. And then everybody's talking about the Grammys on Instagram, which is feeding the Instagram platform, but also beneficial to the Grammys because if anybody I have, like, goosebumps everywhere because this is so good. While she's there the on Instagram, she's talking about the Grammys, which then takes people from Instagram back to the Grammys. So the people who run the Grammys love it also. It's like all the platforms are happy, except for those of you that don't like her, which is fine. And you can not like her, but it was a really good move. So, really, really, really powerful. Now, how did we do this today? Let me tell you. I go li like, and actually, I'm gonna walk you through from the very beginning, but I want to just let you know we are now back to our numbers that we were at before everything crashed. So, congratulations, we made it. Thank you. We are now ready to start the full entire presentation. And what I was actually trying to do when this happened is I was trying to take a screenshot, which now I am nervous about doing because that is like what somehow taking a screenshot crashed my computer. So I'm not gonna take it. I didn't even get to the point where I took it, but I'm not gonna take a screenshot. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go on my phone and I am going to give away, y'all, I'm gonna do a big giveaway right now. I'm gonna give away um a Facebook group audit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna audit your Facebook group to see, hey, how can you make, where are you missing the mark maybe? How can you do more with your group? If you would love a Facebook group audit, just say I'm a winner in the chat. You're gonna call that out loud, and I'm gonna show you how you're gonna enter to win. So say I'm a winner in the chat, and we're gonna do something really cool. Okay, I'm gonna take a picture. If I could figure out how to use my phone. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna take a picture with all y'all. Ready? Here we go. Oh my god, that hurts my wrist. Okay. Okay. Crazy photo. And I'm gonna say Facebook group. I'm just gonna jump in. Okay, this is so good, you guys. Okay, so what I just did. Oh, is it? Thank you. I always need to know if I should flip it or not. Is it better now? Is that better? I never know. Okay, I'm a winner. Hooray. So now to get to our Facebook group, here's where you're gonna go if you're not there, and then we're gonna start the presentation from the beginning. Now 40 minutes late, so thank you for that. All you have to do in order to get access to win is you have to be in our group because this is where the contest is happening. And this is the link for our group. I'm gonna put it on the screen. Ready? This is the link for our group if you haven't been there yet. And I did a post in the group right now, and I'm actually going to show it to you. So go to molly.live/FB group. I'll be picking this winner later. So if you don't get in while we're live, just know that I'll continue to add people in while we're live. And this is this is the goofy photo that I just posted. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put here the link to where we're actually live. Now, this is not my full solution for how to live stream into groups. I actually have a really cool, technical way for you to be able to live stream into groups even when the third-party tools aren't getting access. But this is an example of how you can do a stream and also still bring engagement into your group. So before I bring the slides up, I'm just gonna give you just a couple of nuggets right away, right now, that I'm using inside the group to continue to maintain engagement. So what I did is I'm doing a contest here in the group, share your best nuggets here. If you have, ahas, things that come up, pop into the group and share the hashtag nugget with your best takeaway. This is going to do several things. It's going to feed the Facebook platform. It's going to drive, attention into our group. It's also going to serve as a little bit of like a live transcription for the people who aren't necessarily over on YouTube. It's going to create a bunch of FOMO, and for you, your notes will now be in a place where you can see other people's notes as well. So, you go back to this thread and you're like, "Oh my gosh, there were so many nuggets, I may have missed something." You're gonna see all those nuggets underneath there. Now, in addition to doing this little post, which is set to unlock the social triangle, I am over here, I created this little chat attached to the event that I created. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, "Enter to win a, um, Facebook group audit." You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give away not just 1. How many group audits do you think we should give away in the chat? They take time. It's not like I can just, like, put it out there. It's not like I can just do it. How many should I give away? I can't hold my cup with my hand. Okay, I'm gonna let you answer that question. Oh, you're all answering and I just couldn't see. Okay, actually, this is what I was thinking. I was thinking we should do 5. So, Dawn, sorry, we can't do 10, but we'll do 5. Okay, so we'll give away 5 group audits, and the way that you enter to win is by commenting below this post with your best nugget. So, look at how this is working. I may not be Taylor Swift, but we have a party bus, and we know that we're using social strategically to send people where we want to send them, right? Now, we're gonna get into way more detail on this because we also sent out an email, a text message, a Facebook message, and Instagram message, right? And the other thing that I did, I'm sorry, I am gonna give you like a real solid nugget right now before I bring up my slides. The other thing that we did was check this out because we didn't even talk about this yet, but my personal profile, and this is honestly like really cool because I used this party bus. I split it into 2. So watch this. I did a post. And I'm gonna explain exactly how you can do this, but I'm just showing you like the final result here. I did this post. Look, my Taylor Swift party bus strategy, right? So I did this post that was where is it? Just a second. Okay, so I did this post talking about the API changes, and I said there's a big problem, and if you want the solution, let me know below. So I'm gonna show you the actual post. A lot of you, if you already saw that post and you commented on it and that's how you got here, say, "Yes, that's how I got here," in the chat. And what happens with a post like this is it feeds the algorithm. It gives me a chance to be able to connect with you. And then I did something very different with this post. This is not how I usually do this, but I was on a mission to figure out how we can continue to use Facebook groups powerfully. And I'm going to show you some statistics because I know that you may be like, "Ooh, I might be leaving Facebook groups." I'm going to show you some statistics that I think are going to prove otherwise. And then you get to decide, right? So what I did here was inside this, little post on my personal profile. Here we go, pulling it up. This post, my personal profile, "Did you hear the news?" There's a great hook because people are like, "No, I didn't hear the news. What is it?" And I'm just giving the news. Oh, sorry. I'm just giving the news right away. Giving the news right away, right here. So here, Facebook is removing third-party access from groups starting April 22nd. So I'm not burying the lead. Burying the lead is when you kind of Whitney people and you share the main point of the post down below. I'm putting this lead all the way up at the very top to be like, "Yo, y'all might be in danger. Danger, danger, Will Robinson." So then I go into, so this is a problem, and then I go in and I explain it. This means if you schedule posts, stream live videos, or pull statistics via another tool, you will not have access. And before you freak out, I'm gonna walk you through everything today in this training, right? And then I said, "Let us know below." When people let us know below, this is another thing that we did that's a little different than what we usually do, which is why I'm taking so much time to show you this. I said the video will be on YouTube, so go subscribe. Now I'm going, like, really granular here because I want you guys to know that this is something that you can actually implement, and I'm gonna tell you, like, why we're doing this while I'm showing you what to do. So this molly.live/YouTube, if you go to that link, it is not a regular YouTube. When you go to molly.live/YouTube, again, I'm using a little bit of a party bus. I am directing the traffic where I want it to go. I'm using a little bit of a party bus. Watch what I did here. Click this. Yep. Notice this doesn't just show my channel, it says confirm your channel subscription. We brought in 238 subscribers to our YouTube channel this past month because of this strategy. And you can see, I was not planning on, like, showing you all of this so granularly, but you can see when you look at my analytics, you can see, and I actually took screenshots of it to share with you, but I'm just gonna show you right now. You can see in here, and we don't even use YouTube as much as we should, like, we really don't. 241 new subscribers in the past 28 days. And watch, when I go to my analytics and I go you can see where the spike happened. That is when I did that post and I sent people here. Look, this is when I sent people here, 241 subscribers. So, whether you're using a Facebook group, a Facebook page, a YouTube account, an email list, a text message account, the main most important thing I want you to understand is that you've got to have a strategy behind it. And there's so many different ways to do this. Today, obviously, we're going to talk about Facebook groups, and I'm going to share why I actually love the Facebook group thing and why this, like, I'm going to give you some really cool tools and ways that you can continue to do this. Okay, guys, I don't know what is happening with my computer. I'm so sorry. Okay, it's like very odd. I'm going to turn this off. I think maybe I have some automations running in the background and I need to stop them from running. Okay. They're, like, picking up automatically. Okay. So, are you okay to hear? Can you hear? And this to answer this question, does this mean the Facebook API with the DHL scheduler will no longer work? Yes, it's exactly what it means, but only for Facebook groups. I am gonna put my brace back on because my hand is hurting. This means for Facebook groups, it's not going to work, but for pages and for other, LinkedIn and other things, it will work. It's just not going to work for groups. Okay, let's get back to Oh, that is why I keep going far away from my microphone. I do need a mic on my shirt because 'cause I'm moving around a lot today. Okay, I'm gonna stand right here. Thank you. It's because I'm turning away from my mic. I won't do that anymore, I promise. Alright, we're gonna go into my slides. We're gonna start at the very top today, and, that was just, like, nuggets to kinda let you know what we're gonna be going to, okay? I'm gonna tell you also we're gonna go till about 9:30. So if you can stay with us for another 45 minutes, are you guys good for another 45 minutes for us to deep dive and give all of the information here. Are you good? And I promise I'll talk into the microphone if you're good. Okay, here we go. It's just hard. I am an active speaker, and I really should be using my right arm. Those of you that know, I hurt my arm, so it's in a weird thing. Okay, 45 minutes, and again, here is a link to my group. I'm just gonna put it on the chat on the screen again. If you didn't get in yet, know that you will be able to get in a bit. I can't do 2 things at the same time anymore. Okay, so I'm gonna bring you back to my slides, and here we go. Here is the big question. Will this be the end of groups? And I'm gonna tell you the answer, and I'm gonna let you decide. So, the biggest thing that you can do from this training today is to decide on one thing that you'll put into action. Now, I'm gonna give away 5 Facebook group audits, which is gonna be really cool. I have some other resources for you. We're going to be putting a full guide to this, like a full written guide that will accompany this training inside our Facebook group, which you can get access to by going to that link on the bottom of the screen. And today I'm gonna walk you through everything right here, together with me. Hooray. Okay. If you have a group, let me know in the chat if you have a group. I would love to know. Okay. You guys, this is, like, freaking me out about the sound. Is the sound really that bad, or are you like, what is actually happening? Let me know. Is the sound really that bad? Okay, and I think the sound is good for some people, so if the sound is bad for you, maybe it's on your side. Okay. Let me know, and, like I said, we'll have a written guide if the sound is bad for you, so just know that it will be okay. Alright. So, yeah. I use this image a lot to talk about AI, and I say how everything has been like this fast-moving train. Well, when changes like this happen on social, you got another fast-moving train coming at you. So, when changes like this happen on social, we wanna make sure that we actually stay ahead of the curve. We wanna make sure that we are moving quickly. Now, today on this training, the reason we wanna move quickly is because if we don't get a plan in place to fix this by April when this change happens, you are gonna be stuck with all of these things to do, and you're not going to be able to focus on your community, focus on sales. So, we wanna make sure that we get ahead of this change. And again, if you go to molly.live/FB group, I'm going to be putting a written guide to go with this training. And I'm gonna take us for a moment through a little cruise. So we're gonna go on the cruise today. You know I love me some cruise ships. We're gonna go on a cruise today to walk you through everything that needs to happen for Facebook group, okay? And knowing what the changes are, all of this. Here is today's plan. The first thing is we're going to dig into the current state of Facebook group. I'm gonna share some statistics that I have. These statistics will help you to know, like, what's even happening with groups, and you're really gonna love. I cannot believe this. Can you hear me now? Is this working? No. Hello? Can you hear me? What the actual heck? Okay. I honestly think maybe I should just stop using this computer, and I should if it happens again, I'm gonna switch to my other computer. I This is, like, my actual live streaming computer, so I don't know what's happening. Okay. Please, y'all, this is, like, putting me to the test of, like, positive pants. I took my brace off again. I'm so sorry. That is so weird. Ugh. Okay. So, how to make sure people are seeing your content, and then how to schedule without a third party tool, and how to live stream into a group without third party access. These are all the things that I want to cover today. It's a little crazy. And if you want to know how to create a month of lead generating content in about an hour, we'll be on Zoom with the Content Club. Because I wanted to thank you guys for being here today, I'm giving away a half a half off discount for the content club. So I'm not going to go too deep into it. Just go to molly.live/content club slash and then use the coupon code club secret. Geez, no, this is a Mac. It's like a full humongous Mac. I think I just have too many things on the computer and I need to empty it or something. Okay, so this is like the history of social media tools, social media platforms, and Facebook groups recently can kind of feel like this. It's like it used to be this magical wonderland where we could just change the title of our group and everyone would be notified. Well, having navigated this, I have spoken on a lot of big stages. I have an awesome family. I have awesome clients. I take my clients to Disneyland. I'm featured in groups like the AI Marketers. That's me as She-Hulk, which I'm apparently using that today. And what I want to show you is the current state of Facebook groups. And really, I want to show you the current state of Facebook. So I will include this in the group and I'm going to screen share this right now. This is, hello, this is a really awesome article from Hootsuite that I found that has all of excuse me, all of these different marketing stats. So, Facebook has more than 3 billion monthly active users. If you are thinking of leaving Facebook for another platform like school or something like that, cool. Just know your party bus is going to be on a very small field, okay? Like you're not going to have access to as many people. There are more than 2 billion people who use Facebook daily. So if you're like, why would I want to use this book of faces? It's only for old people. Welcome to the party because there's 2 billion people who use it daily. It is still the most popular social network in the world. And there are stats in here that actually show you this. Yeah. Okay. There are stats in here that prove this magic. Okay. So I'm not going to go through all of these stats just because of everything that's happened here, but I want you to know that it's the third most visited website on the internet. So if you go to this, you're going to see it's the third most visited website on the internet. The reason that we stay on Facebook groups for our free community, for our entry level community, we have the content club. We keep both of those on Facebook because that is where most people are still spending time. I have decided to move our higher level programs like our social stars social sales stars implementation coaching program and our higher level mastermind. We've moved those off of Facebook because I wanted those people to be super focused and they're paying us thousands and thousands of dollars for access to those groups. If you move your free community off of these platforms, there's still going to be limitations and people don't hang out on those platforms as a habit. So I believe it is in our best interest to actually pay attention to where people are, excuse me, and go there, just like Taylor Swift did, right? Now, oh my gosh, guys, there's a big sparkly boulder trying to take this video down, and I'm not gonna let it. Okay. Excuse me. So I have moved my communities to Circle. I think school is cool and fine, but I also think it's a big play for the people who own it. When you say like, "Oh, I'm not gonna be owned by the man on Facebook." Great, you move to school, you're owned by the man who owns school. So whatever. Like take control of your party bus. This is your party, okay? Your party. So that's all I'm going to say about the current state of Facebook groups. I also want to jump into what is actually changing, and I want to get to how to stay on top of it. So, what is actually changing? Now, Facebook on the 23rd of January, they made a big announcement very quietly. I'm going to show you what they said, and I'm going to translate it for you. Okay. This is what they said. They said right here, you can see it. And this is like tricky. And I just want to thank Deb Mitchell because she's the first person I saw post about this. This wasn't like everybody's group got a big sign that says, "Ooga, ooga, you're going to lose access to these tools that make your life so easy." That didn't happen. What happened is they snuck this in to the Meta for Developers site. So this is like super sneaky information that now is out there. Ta, I love you. Maybe I will. I think it's probably Cole. It is Cole. Okay. I'm gonna put it back on. I couldn't take it when everything started going out again. Okay, I'm putting it back on. So this is what they said. Now, the thing that's really important to notice about this is if you look down at the bottom of this little page, which is kind of hard to read because they also use the smallest the smallest text on the planet. They're like, "Hey, maybe we can sneak this by people." No. It says on April 22nd, we are depreciating, which means these things are going away. The following groups API permissions and features. Now, a lot of people were like, I don't even know what you just said. The API is the little code behind the scenes that allows third party tools like High Level, Metricool, BeLive, Restream, all of these tools to access Facebook from within Facebook. I want to be very clear, if you're using Group Track, this is not affecting Group Track at all. It's actually making Group Track. I messaged Jenna and I was like, this is a huge win for Group Track because Group Track doesn't work within the API. It's an extension that goes on top of your computer as if you hired an assistant to send messages for you because you can't. Okay, so publishing to groups, that means scheduling posts. It also means um, live streaming because none of these tools will have the access to publish on your behalf. Okay, then group access member info. So this means these tools will not be able to pull out the information from inside about the demographics and things like that. So the statistics are going away. And then just straight up groups API. Now you can click on these things and see what this is. This allows your app to access content in Facebook groups, right? Now, I have friends who have tools like this who are approved tools by Facebook, which is so sad. And I spoke to some of my friends who had meetings with Facebook this week, and guess what Facebook said? They said, "These are for approved tools that have gone through all of the systems." They said, "We have no information for you." Isn't that so nice of them? They said, "Sorry, sucker." Okay? So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in and I figured it out for you. So, we already kinda went over some of this. What we're gonna do next is I'm gonna show you there are 3 really powerful things that you're gonna be able to do, and 1 really cool workaround that I'm gonna show you as well. So, how do we make sure that people see your content? And then we'll be going into how to schedule without a third-party tool and how to live stream in a group without third-party access. If you want access to all of my favorite tools that I recommend, I'm not going to go deep into them. Just go to molly.live/tools, and it's a little Google slide that has all the tools that we recommend. Oh my gosh, sorry. So, this is how we're going to make sure that people can see our content. We talked about this already with Taylor Swift, right? If you were here earlier. And in order to get people to see your content, you have to make sure that you are showing up in your group. Now, you may think, oh, this is going to be hard, but I can't schedule, but you can schedule. And I'm going to show you how. The other thing is you have to actually connect with your client. So you may need to go other places where your clients are spending, where your ideal clients are spending time and bring them to your group. Give them a reason to join your group, which is why we added several hundred members to our group this this month, right? And then you have to give the platform what it wants. So remember, we're doing a giveaway. If you go into our group and you comment below that post with the best nuggets, we're giving the platform what it wants because we're keeping people on these platforms. And I always highlight this book because that social triangle is so important. We actually it was featured amongst all of these dudes, Russell Brunson, Alaric Heck, and Sparkle Pants Mahoney. So I promise you the social triangle is really important. Now, the other thing, and I'm not going to go deep into this because I know a lot of you know this, if you are creating zombie content, your group is not going to survive. You have to stop trying to be something that you're not. You have to be more like Po in Kung Fu Panda 3, my favorite movie, when he realizes, I don't need to teach you to be more like me. I need to teach you to be more like you. And the way that you do that, you guys, your Facebook group needs a quesadilla of awesome. If your Facebook group is not unique, if you don't have a unique differentiator, if you're not telling people what benefit they'll get out of your group, it's not going to work. And guess what? If the only thing, so this is actually something really big that Jenna and I were talking about. Jenna is my dear friend, client, amazing human. I pay her lots of money too, who is the founder of Group Track. And we have a white labeled version of Group Track, which I'll explain later. She said, if I love this, she sent me this message this morning and she said, if your only reason for being in a Facebook group is the fact that you have a third-party tool that can schedule posts for you, and that's going to cause you to leave your group, you have a much bigger problem. Like, for real, for real. That means you honestly, to be totally frank, have a trash Facebook group. What you really need to do is be clear about what makes your group awesome. And I'm gonna show you a couple of ideas here. Now, again, this doesn't mean, Linda, I love you. This doesn't mean get rid of Metricool, because Metricool is still gonna work on Facebook business pages. It's still gonna work on LinkedIn. It's still even gonna work on Instagram. The only thing that's going away is your Facebook group. And to be totally honest, it has driven me crazy that Metricool doesn't give you the option to put a Facebook group and a Facebook page right next to each other in the same account. You had to have a second brand for your Facebook group. So it's actually gonna make Metricool easier to use. You won't have to have 2 brands for the same business. And that has been, like, crazy. Okay, now your why in general in life could be your reason for your Facebook group. But sometimes your why has nothing to do with it. Sometimes it's just that you want people to see information, so you're gonna create a pop-up group to get them to see something. Sometimes it can be just like a really strategic business purpose. If we go all the way back to 2016, I started doing pop-up Facebook groups in 2016. I created 23 of the same exact Facebook group because I used to do a masterclass every week. It was like live video masterclass number 1, live video masterclass number 2. There is so much that you can do with groups, and I'm gonna show you the real reason we wanna continue to use groups because right now, speaking of your quesadilla of awesome, and if you don't know what the quesadilla of awesome is, it's a list of 20 things that make you a uniquely awesome human being because everyone has something that makes them awesome, even if you just make a really great quesadilla. Now, with this in mind, when it comes to these groups, we want to give people a reason to join. And so you can do like pop-up groups like that have a very specific promise, or you can create a free group like we have where we continue to add people in. Now, I know there are groups out there that have like, 50,000 people or whatever. Since 2016, we now have, which is when I first launched my group, we now have almost 10,000 people in our group. And I purposely have not wanted this group to get totally out of control, humongous, because if your group gets totally out of control, humongous, it's really hard to keep track of. People start to go rogue, and I actually have some examples for you. Okay, so I'm gonna give you some examples right here. Let me okay, and I had a big question here. I'll bring up in a second. So let me show you this guy. This is my group, and I'm gonna give you a little, excuse me. I'm gonna give you a little overview of some changes you can make to your group right now to get to put it in a better strategic position. The first is, and I learned this years ago from my good friend Arnie Giske. So you may be looking at the title of this group and go, "What? That makes no sense. Why on earth would you create a group with a title like that? I'm never gonna remember that. Create content, get clients, organic social video, and AI with Molly Mahoney." Huh? Okay. Now the only thing that's missing from this title is identifying exactly who it's for. So I could say, like, I could change this title to, you know, entrepreneurs create content and get clients, whatever. These are all SEO terms, and they're terms that when someone sees this, they know what they're gonna get. They're gonna learn how to create content, how to get clients using organic social, video, and AI, which I am definitely, what do they call it? Like a multi-hyphenate or something who does 10 million things. And so that's what I wanted to do for my group. Oh my gosh, we hit 10,000 members today. That's exciting. That's so cool. Okay. Now, inside this group, there's a few other things that we do in order to strategically position the group. We've got featured items here that are like free gifts that we're giving away. And when we do these free gifts that we give away, we do things like this. Check this out. Now, this was actually really cool because I was going into my group analytics, and this post was still trending as one of the top posts in our group. I wanna be really clear about this post. Do you see I know it is very small, but do you see the date of this post? September 17th, 2023. I am recording this video today on February 10th, 2024. People say, "Oh, why are you using Facebook? The posts just disappear." That is not true. You guys, I'm not promoting this. It's just a really good post that's really clear, and it gets new comments all the time. So, this is important to recognize. If this was on my personal profile, if this was on my business page, this would not be happening. It would not be happening. But because I use my group as a gated community that provides value, which are all lead magnets. If you comment below this, I'm gonna give you an opt-in form to get you off of Facebook and into my email list. But now, here's the even cooler thing. When you join my group and is this helpful? I decided today to actually, like, show you in real life the things that we're doing, not just, like, pontificate at you, even though it took us an hour to get here. Let me know if this is helpful. When we do this, when people join our group, we get their email anyway. So anyone who joins our Facebook group has to put their email address into the questions. And guess what? We use a third-party tool that is still working. If you go to molly.live/awesome, you can get access to this tool. We use a third-party tool that is still working and it's not going to be blocked coming up in the future, that automatically grabs every email that is entered into that question box and automatically subscribes you to our email list. I don't have to do anything. I just click a button. And all of the so, like, I just want to actually make sure everybody understands how powerful this is. And does anyone have questions about that? Because it is extremely powerful, and when we talk about the current state of Facebook groups, we talk about the current state of, like, digital marketing. I took a copywriting course with Todd Brown about it was, like, in 2014 or something. Embarrassing. Maybe 15. It was a really long time ago. Yeah, Charlie was born in 2014, so that would maybe be crazy. It must have been 2015. So, I took this copywriting course with Todd Brown, and Todd Brown talks about the fact that in our marketing messaging, which is so important, it is so important, in our messaging, we have to recognize how savvy our market is. Back in 2014, people didn't know that a webinar was a code word for a sales funnel. Now you know what's gonna happen when you sign up for a webinar. Tell me in the chat what's gonna happen. Tell me in the chat what's gonna happen. If you sign up for a webinar, what do you think is gonna happen? I'm making this a conversation. So, and I see questions coming in, so yeah, actually, if you have, questions, can you put a you know what? Let's do a question thread specifically in the group, and I'll make sure that I come answer your questions also because I want to and I'm adding 12 more people into the group right now. I will make sure that, um, I'm really clear on the questions. That'll help me filter I want us to be able to have a chat here on YouTube, but if we do a group, um question thread, then that will help me to be able to really make sure that I get the questions answered. Because otherwise, I'm gonna be like, um, I'm gonna be distracted. Okay, when you sign up for I'm just making a post in here that says Q&A thread. It's, gonna be black. So inside the group, I'm gonna show you what it looks like. If you have questions, go like this. Okay. So this is what your opinions of webinars are. Okay. You're gonna get lots of emails, you're gonna get a pitch at the end, an offer will be made, you're gonna get pitched to, they'll make an offer, you'll get sold to. Now, one thing that most people did not say is that you're actually gonna learn something, which I think is crazy, right? But that is the narrative that we have around webinars. This is the same thing. I believe it's the same narrative we have around a 5-day challenge. I don't call my 5-day challenge a 5-day challenge. I call it a 5-day kickstart. A kickstart, right? Come up with your own unique quesadilla of awesome around a webinar and make it different, make it unique. Also, people know when you and I would just like to know in the chat, if you come to and be totally honest with me, okay? If you come to a masterclass of mine, what do you think is gonna happen? Let me know in the chat. This is really important. Okay. And don't feel like you have to, like, say something to be nice, like, you can be honest. Okay, so people are saying, "I learned so much from your AI trainings last week." You're gonna learn, I'm gonna learn, I'm gonna learn. And I'll get an invite to take things further with you. Totally, you'll be invited. And I love Miss Diva Creations. I love this that, there should be an offer at the end. I don't even wait till the end for the offer. If you notice in my slides today, I told you how you can join the content club. I do my offer right at the beginning. I'm like, if you guys want to apply to work with us, I'm like, "Okay, watch." I just plop this on the screen. Go to molly.live/biz app, and we have a whole suite of ways that we can help you. We'll have an easy conversation in Messenger. You don't even need to get on a sales call. I'll just tell you how we can support you. There are ways that start at $7 and up to 70,000 or 100,000, right? So I don't even hide the offer, but I have established trust in the fact that I'm gonna give you value. I also have established, and for some of you, this is gonna be the case, not for all of you, but we established that we have fun. And for some of you that are just starting out, like, if you're just starting on this exact system and you're not getting a lot of traction to your live streams, you're not getting a lot of traction to your videos, know that I've been building this since 2016, and it's a parfait. So today, I'm walking you through all kinds of crazy things, and it's kind of honestly, even though I had slides that were kinda all over the place, giving you lots of nuggets that you can catch, you've gotta, like, have a bucket running around catching all the nuggets, and this is one thing that I firmly believe, the state that we're at in the world of digital marketing right now, our communities are more savvy than ever. They know when they go to a landing page, an opt-in page, they know they're gonna get a text message that says, "Is this Molly?" How many of you get those text messages? We used to send them and I stopped because I was like, "This is what everyone is sending and it's stupid. It's creepy." We send you a text message if you buy something from us that says, "Hey, Molly asked me to reach out. Did you get access?" So it's really coming from a place of service, and selling can come from a place of service if you have the right heart behind it and you have the right strategy. Everybody loves a parfait. Thank you, Ellen. Yes, and then exactly, Caprice. So then you start weaving in your own little idiisms or whatever the word is. Like we talk about people throwing credit cards at your face, right? And then your community, like amazing humans like Caprice, has her own community that she runs in person, which I love attending, right? Okay, this is really funny. So Montana Diva Creations says, "I need to take more vitamin B to have your energy level." We've actually been thinking of putting together our own supplements to help you. Would you want that? Because this is like the comment we get more than ever. Do I have them on my desk? I don't know. I'm actually working with someone to create. Well, should we do it? Say supplements in the chat if we should. Okay. Yes, and Marlene, like, you know, when I'm talking to you, I'm not, like, hardcore pitching you about something. I'm, like, seeing where you're at and helping you decide the best next step for you, which takes courage, I think, because we get so focused on we either get focused on hardcore making the offer or we don't make the offer at all because we feel uncomfortable about it. And there is a middle ground that can feel amazing for everyone. Okay. Um, maybe we should make a parfait of supplements. I'm just kidding. Okay. Um, so if you have questions, make sure that you go to, and I'm going to show you some really cool things just a second. So if you have questions, make sure that you go to molly.live/FB groups. And I created a little question thread area here. So let me just show you where this is. And I'm going to come back. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm going to go till 10 o'clock. Are you okay if I go till 10 o'clock? I know it's a Saturday. My husband's gonna be like, "What are you doing?" But are you okay if I go till 10 o'clock AM, not PM? I'm gonna try and do that because I have a lot that I'm gonna show you that's gonna be super helpful. And I'm not deleting this replay, like, this is all here. Okay, this is the Q&A thread. So if you have questions, come into the group, find this Q&A thread and post your questions there. Because otherwise, with the conversations, I'm gonna get distracted and, you can ask them in the chat here, I just may not see them. Okay, and I'm gonna save a spot specifically for questions at the end. Okay, so people are more savvy, right? So they know when they go to an opt-in page, this is a login for a webinar, and you're like, "Oh, magically, you can attend this webinar live. Who knew? I just happen to be going live." Like, this is what I love. I just happen to be going live in the next 15 minutes. It's so magical that you found this link to sign up for my live webinar, which happens to be happening in 15 minutes. We all know that if the webinar is happening in 15 minutes and in 45 minutes and in 2 hours, it's not live. Like, everyone knows that's fake. The biggest thing that you can do to help your groups is to tell the truth. Stop being a faker McFakerson. Tell the truth. Now, I was on a podcast recently, it hasn't been released yet, but he said, "You may look at Molly and see that she's, like, all fluffy and sparkles, but she's a shark underneath it." And I was like, "That's really funny." So, just like Taylor Swift, right? She's out there singing and dancing, but she is a shark when it comes to marketing, and she knows what she's doing strategically. I like to say, like Shelly Campbell says, our awesome friend Shelly says that we're dolphins, right? So we're playful, but you've got to have a strategy underneath it. A sparkly shark. I will take it. Okay, so the way that we work around this is since we know everyone is so savvy about these cool digital marketing techniques, the biggest thing that you can do is make things look as organic as possible. Make things look as organic as possible. This is a really good nugget, okay? The way that we do this is we date things instead of putting a food magnet somewhere um, in like a platform like a course platform or Experienceify or Samcart or so one of those awesome course platforms, we put it into a Facebook group so that it feels organic. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to walk you through our Facebook group and I'm going to show you some of the ways that we make things feel super organic. But so they're like sparkly sharks because underneath it, we're guiding people where we want them to go in our party. Right? And remember, if you're not in the group, this is the link for it, so you can jump in right there. Okay, ready? Here we go. Gosh. Okay, in one hand is so tricky for me. All right, so in here, you'll notice we've got this little guy here. We also and actually, I'm gonna just stop sharing for a second because I wanna let these 3 people in, and I don't want to share their private information, so hold on one second. Oh, those aren't requests, those are oh, you guys are awesome. Okay, I can show you now. Okay, so in here, this is where pending members would come in. Now, when we let people into the group, there's a few questions that we ask, and I'm going to prove to you that if you don't answer the questions of these groups, we kick you out. So when we let people in, these change from time to time depending on what I'm looking to create strategically. We are really doubling down on tracking what's working. So we use different tracking links for everything that we're doing. And we ask people, how did you find this group? So you can see answering these questions is required. This group is specifically for entrepreneurs, experts who want to uplevel their business results. Please let us know, how did you hear about this group? And I hear all kinds of amazing things in here. And the tool that we use, which is molly.live/awesome, it pulls all of these answers and it collects them into a separate CRM, a separate follow-up tool that also connects with High Level, which we are using. We have our own tool called Star Funnels, and it connects with my email service provider. If I'm not using Star Funnels, which I am, but I also use ConvertKit. So it connects straight to ConvertKit. When you put your email address right here, you get an email from us with our video content planner. It's like, "Hey, I see that you came in through our group. Here's our video content planner." Everybody who joins our group gets that as long as they put their email address here. We also ask, "What is your biggest challenge when it comes to creating clients on social media?" So now my team goes into our tool that we use for this, and they can see that information. So before we even worry about scheduling, which I'm going to get to, we are collecting data from our community so that we can better serve you. This helps me to be able to create content. It also helps me to be able to make you offers because I know what your struggles are, right? If that's a nugget, give me a nugget in the chat. Okay. And the way that we track it, can someone just type molly.live/awesome in the chat? Because we actually have our own version of group track. So if I go in here, this is actually, I'm going to put it on the screen. I got all these little things saved here. Hold on. This is the tool that I'm going to show you in just a second. Molly, oh my gosh, I accidentally just typed molly.live/awesome is how you're going to get this. And what happens when you use this tool, you get access to our sales pipelines. So Facebook groups for us are a huge piece of our client journey. So if we go over in here, I'm going to show you. I don't want to show people's private information, so I'm changing this. Hold on. Okay. And you're going to see we're working on the organization consistently. Okay, when I show this tab, you'll see these are all of the people who have joined our group. And when they come in, and there's these 50 people that didn't get actually added to the right stage, so I can fix it. I can go like this. I can scroll down, I can load more, take these 50 people, and I can move them. I know they're only in here because they joined our group. So I'm going to go like this. Somehow they got added without getting into the right stage. So I'm going to do bulk actions, and I'm going to be like, I'm going to set the stage. The stage is going to be that they join the group. Amazing process. Hooray. Cool. Now, when I talk to these people on Facebook, I'll see this information because this tool connects to Facebook. When I go here, sorry, I accidentally clicked the wrong thing. Go back to my stuff. Oh, I just went to the wrong thing. Okay. Great. So here, now all of these people join the group. These people I've sent a message to. These people have requested resources. These people have requested a call or application. And like some of you are actually in our program, and I just haven't updated your status in this group. Right. So like Terry, Jen, you guys are in Social Sales Stars. So really what should happen is I should take you and I should move you over. So I'm going to move them into tracking and sales pipeline, tracking in the content club, tracking and show up video, tracking and sales stars, blah, 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 blah. I have all these things, right? So I've got all of this information about people. And the coolest piece of all of this is when I am in my group and I see you guys comment below things, watch what happens. I go like this and I'm hovering over my own name. Do you see that? I've got a little green check mark right there, which means I'm in the system. I go over here. Ta-da! There is all the information about me. Now, this is not going away. So if you're stopping to use groups because you're like, "Oh, I I don't wanna I can't use my scheduler. Oh, no." I'm gonna show you how to schedule right now. The rest of the group stuff still works. It's awesome. And even if you're not using a cool tool like this, you can do this as a human being. And so I can show you ways that you can actually track people as a human, okay? A human. I wanna see these nuggets, y'all. Cassandra is rocking the nuggets. Okay, so, that's just one thing that we're doing in here. These questions are so important. Another thing which you may think is a little rude, but I'm gonna show you one other thing that we do in our free group. And this is different depending on the strategy of your group. I personally, um, I have turned off the ability for people to post without approval, and I'm gonna show you why. So, this tool let me actually answer some questions about this first. This actually isn't through the API. The reason that Group Track is still gonna work is because it's not through the API. Group Track just sits on top of your social media. It sits on top of your computer. I like to say it's like having a Post-it note stuck to your computer. So when you're right here, you pull this down You log in to it through right here, and it just works on your behalf. It opens up it, like, works on your behalf. When I click approve, it just knocks you into the thing. It doesn't matter if it's a private or a public group, Caprice. Okay, now see this pending approvals? These are amazing humans who are posting messages. I'm gonna say, "Guillermo, I love you." I'm gonna let that go. Olympia saying, "I appreciate you." Amazing. Karen wants to say hi? Sure. Awesome. Now, I'm gonna go to a little screenshot I took this morning. Watch this. I'm gonna go to a little screenshot I took this morning, and I'm gonna share it with you. I sent it to myself, okay? Watch. In here, let me see. Not this. I took a bunch of screenshots for you today. I don't know who this is, but he got kicked out of the group this morning. He posted this inside the group. I just did a 10-minute Loom video on how we send out 1,000 Facebook DMs in a day and book 1 to 3 appointments every day. You want a free video? Comment LFG and I'll send it to you. And then my decision there was, guess what, Chris? It's time for you to LFG. This is my group. You're not going to come in here and promote in my group without my approval, without me. And if someone shared something like this that wasn't a super spammy strategy, I may have reached out to them and been like, hey, we don't actually allow promotions, but you shouldn't be sending 1,000 messages on Facebook a day. That's how you're going to get your account shut down. Those are the people we don't want in our group. And Chris, if you're open to changing your strategy, we can talk. But like, we're not going to do that. People get kicked out. So you got to hold the boundaries on your group also. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay. So now let's dive into, we're going to get to how do you actually schedule? And then we're going to cover um, how to create a live stream that's connected to your Facebook group. And I'm going to get really technical on that. Okay. So are you guys ready for like the really technical part of this? I'm going to show you like the nitty gritty, how to do this. Okay. And I don't like, I can't believe the way this video started. So I'm just really grateful that you're still here. That's crazy. I also, Luria, I don't know if you're here right now, but I saw Luria sent me a message. Luria knows I struggle with the tech, y'all. Okay. All right. So I'm going to show you. Are you good if we get techie? We're going to get techie. Great. So inside the group over here, you're going to see a couple things. We're going to go all the way down to the bottom over here on the left-hand side, and we're going to see all the way at the very bottom, you're going to see things like growth. And I'm just going to show you, this is where like you analyze the group. So we can see we had 371 membership requests. And guess what? 72 people got declined. Do you see? Oh, you can't see. Sorry. Hold on. 72 people. Sorry that I didn't show you where that was. Over here on the left, you're going to go all the way down to the bottom if you're an admin. 72 people got declined. So I just want to be really clear. We are setting boundaries on this ish. I'm not just letting anybody in here. That's why it's taken us since 2016 to build to 10,000 people, because I don't just let everybody in here. Okay. Then this is something I mentioned to you earlier, engagement. Now, this is something that is affected by third-party tools because you're not going to be able to pull out these stats anymore. So what I would suggest that you do is, and this is what we do already, even without these third-party tools going away, we have a Notion board. You can do it in a spreadsheet as well. And those of you that are in um, Sales Stars, and actually, we'll give this to the content club as well. We have a spreadsheet. We just made a template of it this week. I'll give it to you on the content club call on Thursday. So if you're not in the content club and you want to join us, we have a 50% off coupon that we can give you. So just let me know if you want it, say coupon, and you guys can get access to our tracking sheet. So we track things manually. And what we actually do is we pull the stats from our Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok from Metricool, because Metricool has really great tracking. So I am a high level supporter, and I don't believe that tracking from the social media platforms is where it can get to. So we're not tracking that in Star Funnels. We're using Metricool. Again, if you go to molly.live/tools, you'll get access to all of this magic. Um, so yes, good. Okay. So what we're doing is we're tracking this and we're reviewing it as a team. So Kendra, our social media manager, she pulls these stats, she goes over them. And one thing that I would really encourage you to do as you're moving forward with your group is this. scroll down in the engagement section, you're gonna see amazing things, and what I believe there's 2 reasons that Facebook is really making this change. One of the reasons, let me tell you this, and then we're gonna get into the techie stuff. One of the reasons that Facebook is making this change One of the reasons that Facebook is making this change is privacy. And I've spoken to friends who own tools that are connected to Facebook, who are being affected by this, and they have shared with me that the privacy thing is a big issue. And so this I think it's stupid because everyone agrees that they're being let into the group, but whatever. So privacy. The other is, if you look at some of the things and some of the screenshots I'm gonna show you today, Facebook is building all these tools in-house. So they are really looking to like how TikTok now owns CapCut and all the editing inside TikTok works inside CapCut, right? It's like a thing. How Amazon bought Twitch, Facebook is building to build AI and automations inside the platform. So while it may be annoying to us, um, it's actually they're doing it to try and make it easier for everyone, even though we know it would be easier if we let our let's use our full voice, right? So, um, okay, also, just for those people that ask for the coupon code, I'm just gonna put this up on the screen for just half a second so you guys can see it here. Um, and then the thing that we can look forward to is that because Facebook is building all these things into the platform is actually getting better. And I know this may seem hard to believe, but it is, and I'm gonna show you right now. Okay. Ready. I know, and we can complain about it or we can move with the cheese. So, this is the link for Content Club, molly.live/content club, club secret, and we're doing a big old training on creating content and all kinds of things next Thursday with AI. It's an AI content club. Okay. So down here, you're gonna see your popular days. My popular day is Wednesday. Cool. So maybe I wanna do something more active on Wednesday. I can see my popular times, right? This is when most people are, gonna react to things. It's all right here. Then and I think this is the most valuable, and this is the thing that I mentioned earlier. Notice these top posts with the most activity in the past 28 days. This one is from a few days ago. This is from a few days ago. This is from a few days ago. This is from months ago. This would not happen on a personal profile. It's really wild. From months ago. This post from months ago reached 3,000 people for free, and it had 719 engagements. Look, this is organized by top posts, but it's by reach. Look at the engagement. This post from September is getting the most engagement. All old posts are being revived in here. And we'll talk about this on the Content Club call because this one, look at this. This is from April, and it got a lot of reach in the past 28 days. This is from 2020. You guys, it has 0 reach. I don't know why it's showing up on here, but watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna click on it. That's weird. I'm gonna click on it, and I'm gonna add this. I'm gonna comment on it. I'm gonna wake this up, and I'm gonna say this, and watch. Next Thursday, I'm gonna bring this up on the, training. I'm gonna show you that I will increase the reach on this simply by commenting on it. I wonder if because I did this was, like, this Black History Month, I don't know why that showed up this month. That's crazy. But this is something that ties into our values, so great. Okay. So how do we actually set this all up, right? What we're gonna do is we're gonna go through the group settings. So inside the group settings, there's loads of things that you can set up, and I don't have time to cover the entire thing, but we do wanna make sure, like I said earlier, I'm not having an people just randomly post. Who can post? Everyone, but I require that they get their posts approved. Potential spam, I can actually go in here and I can set this. If it thinks something is spam, it can automatically detect it. If it thinks a comment is spam, it'll automatically detect it and send it to me for review. If I don't wanna do that, I can just turn it off, right? Okay. Then you'll see down here, I've added something to the group, like, I made this a learning group, which means we have um, inside guides, inside our group, we have some pretty cool stuff. Now, when we were talking earlier about the fact that people are more savvy, one of the things that is really important is to recognize that because people are more savvy, they are more likely to be like, "Oh, I don't know if I trust you," right? So we have to actually give a little more value than I believe we used to have to give, so that we build that trust. And this is a huge shift in the world of digital marketing, in the world of the internet. I believe that what people pay for right now is as follows: not information. People pay for organization, because 'cause I'm giving you a lot of information here, and if you were on that high level training, I gave a lot of information. And today, you may be like, "What is she talking about? This is so unorganized." If you're in our program and you know we have a system behind the scenes where everything is organized, because I get a little ADD, squirrely, people pay for organization. People pay for curation, and people pay for implementation. So all of our higher level programs have an implementation focus, because I can give you all this information, but if you don't actually do it, it's not gonna actually turn into anything. They pay for implementation because they wanna get things done. They pay for curation because they don't wanna spend all of this time all over the internet trying to find things, and they pay for organization so that it makes it easy for them to step forward. So keep that in mind as you are doing this, because if you're worried about giving away too much for free, those are the things that people actually pay for. And then the final thing is I really believe people pay for connection, for community. Important. Okay. So now what we're gonna realize back in here is down at the bottom, there's a couple of other things. So you'll see, like, can you allow events, gifts, all these things? You get to customize all of this. It's way more than you used to be able to customize. Down here, you'll also see badges, which is cool because people can, like, feel special, and you'll see down here, look at this, like, let people earn points and recognition for great contribution. This is gonna be a little trickier because we have the approval set on, so this contribution badge is a little harder for people to earn in here for us because we keep it so curated, and then the guides and all these things. Now, you can come in here at your group and you can add new things. So you can raise money, you can do music sharing, product tagging, all this kind of stuff. We're not gonna do any of that. What we're gonna do is we're going to move into this new feature that I used to kind of be afraid of, but it is really valuable, called Admin Assist. So move into Admin Assist. This right here, oh, tag your friends. Share this video with your friends, sprinkle it amongst your community, because right now, write down 1 hour and 22 minutes. I'm probably gonna edit this video and repost it because we had such crazy stuff happen. But this right here is how you're going to replace your scheduler. We've been doing it for, I don't know, months and months and months, and it's actually working. So I will show you how it's working. This is a digest right here. So you can go to see all, and right now it's just showing like today and yesterday. And then down here is where you can go to your activity log. So you notice today and yesterday didn't really have anything, but if I clear the filter, I can see the activity log of what my little admin assistant is doing inside of this group. So if you are a community manager, this is a really great tool for you. If you don't have the resources to hire a community manager, this will really help. So, uh, it is automatically posting things. A custom post, a custom post, a custom post. Look at this, is it automatically scheduling these posts, okay? Now the chat is another feature that we added, and I don't always do the chat. I'm just gonna check on the time with my amazing husband. Amazing. Love you. Good. Thank you. He was going to the dog park, so we're good. We're good. Okay. This chat I set up as a chat with the group, and it actually let me invite the entire group to it, which I could not believe. You have to be really careful with these chats because they can get very spammy. And so if we keep our chat open, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a post explaining the chat rules, and um, I'm gonna share that in the group explaining what the chat rules are. The way that I will be using this chat is more like a broadcast channel that you use on Instagram where people opt in for it. I saw that someone replied to our chat and said, "Stop," and it doesn't work like that. So I then removed her manually because it's not automated that way. Okay, and again, if you have questions, I he's going to the dog park, so I can probably go a little longer. Okay, so in here and I thought about doing this training privately just for our members, but I thought, "You know what? This is a cool way for me to show you how it works." In the way that I'm on YouTube live magically, but I'm also positioning the group, so it's driving traffic back to the group. Okay, um, then you can see, like, who the admins and moderators are, the members, all of this stuff here, right? So, okay, if I want to actually create these admin assist posts, I'm gonna show you how this works. We have 2 posts that post on a weekly basis. I didn't go crazy with this because I don't want it to become white noise, but I'm using 2 posts on a weekly basis. One is, "Let's welcome all of our members." Now, if you look at this, we are doing it on Wednesdays at 7 AM. Maybe that has something to do with why Wednesdays are an active group for us, I don't know. When I click here, I can edit it, and in the past, it had that weird Facebook image. I really don't like the graphics that Facebook uses, I think they're weird. I changed it to have this GIF because I think it's funny, and I'm probably gonna change this out as we move forward. It's not gonna be every single time. What it's going to do, it's gonna post once a week on this time. It's gonna introduce the new admins in a comment, and it's going to tag all new members. So watch this. If I go into my group, did you know this existed? I'm sure a lot of you did, and I'm sure a lot of you were like, "But how do we live stream, Molly?" I promise you I'm gonna show you, it's really cool, and it's a little techy. It's kind of a lot techy, but you'll get it. Okay, in the group, if I search over here, new members, this is the graphic that was there before. This doesn't represent my quesadilla of awesome. I do like that it's, like, random. It's, there's, like, all different ages and sizes and people here, but this is working. Our team is notified because they get tagged. It's celebrating people, that's working, but next week, it's gonna be more in line with our brand, which is cool. Okay, and if this is new to you, um, if it's new to you, just, say, "This is not being depreciated." This is all because it's within the actual platform. It's not a third-party tool. This is within the platform. So we can do these things, we just have to use Facebook to do it. So it may take a little bit of a learning curve. I like to say, like, this is gonna be a little bit of a learning curve, and it may feel like, "Oh my gosh, the world, the sky is falling." But no, it's like we're learning choreography for a new tour. It's gonna take us time to learn all of those time steps. It's gonna take you time to learn. I mean, I did Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, the national tour, and you may not realize how crazy the dancing was in that show, but the end number of the Bombi Samba, those of you that know and love Tim Roller, he was my dance partner. Literally, I was on his shoulders like a Superman spinning in circles. Do you not think it took me time to learn how to do that? It took me time to learn how to do that, and then I got really good at it. It's gonna take you time to learn how to do this. Could I do that with Tim now? No, I would probably die. But actually, Tim would probably die from trying to lift me over his head. But I learned it and I did it, right? So it's okay. All right. So this is all a part of the actual tool. So we're gonna come back and I'll show you something else in here. And if this is new to you, just type new in the chat because I think that will be really cool to know. Okay. Now you can also automatically approve people. I do not do this because I'm gonna use group track to make sure all of that information is stored in a spreadsheet. All of that information is stored in my ConvertKit account. All of that information is stored in my Star Funnels account. And look, author is pre-approved to post by admin. I almost deleted this yesterday when I was going over our settings, but I was like, I think it's funny. So somebody tag Chad. I don't know if you can do that. Oh, you know what I should do also? Just so you guys can tag your peeps, I'm actually gonna take our party best one step further. I'm gonna go over to my personal profile and I'm gonna say, "This is fire." I'm gonna break the social triangle and I'm gonna, just post this YouTube video right here, okay? I'm just posting this YouTube video, I'm breaking the social triangle, but now if you wanna tag your peeps, I'm actually gonna do another thing that I never do. I'm gonna go, what is it, highlight? Tag followers? What makes this work? You guys, what's the tagging thing that oh, there it is. Okay, I never do this. This is the solution to the FB I only have one hand in case you forgot. Change. And again, I'm gonna be putting together a full written guide on this inside our group. I know this is kinda all over the place today. Okay, so we're gonna go back to where we were. Let's see what happens. I'm breaking the social triangle because 'cause I'm posting the link, but then I'm using that followers thing to tell people it's there. Okay, so we're going back to the group. We had Chad do a training inside our group, so that's why Chad is pre-approved, which I think is funny. But so you can do that, right? Remove a published post if watch this. It has any of these things. It has I could select that. I could create my own reason to remove a post. All these automations are actually more powerful than a third-party tool. So if you're selling something and you have like a Facebook sales group, you can use the selling features and then mark it once it's marked as sold, it'll remove it. I'm not gonna do but there's all kinds of weird customizations you can do on here, okay? Here, this one, my actual message got deleted yesterday. So it's saying presets are like spam messages, create your own. I can say, if y'all post in my chat, I can remove your post, your message, if you don't have a profile picture. Now it's added to my admin assistant. So stop messages if it doesn't have a profile picture. Cool. You guys need to be real humans if you're gonna, engage in our chat. But there are so many ways I can customize that. So many. Okay, now we're gonna move into scheduling, okay? So these posts here publish a custom post. Now, I can't publish a welcome post because that's already done, but I can publish a new custom post. And what's really wild is that they have all of these templates for us here. Ready? Check it out. Admin Assist can help you publish daily, weekly, or monthly posts. Do you want to see how it works? Because it is really cool. And I'm going to do something else that's really cool. So in here, watch, continue. There are so many options for creating posts. Time for Friday favorites. Save this week's favorite burger, song, or book. So let's say I wanted to use this one. I'm going to edit it, share your favorite. Now, I wish you could vary this week by week, but you can't. Share your favorite book. And now watch. I could even tag somebody in this if I wanted to. I'm not going to. Okay? And I can do feeling whatever. I'm gonna hit save. I coulda changed the color. Now this is scheduled to go out once a week at 8 AM on Fridays. Cool. Great. So there's a million different versions of these that you can add in. Watch, there's more. So in here, heads up, it's your monthly reminder to drink some water. So I go like this. This is your monthly reminder. This is once a month. This is your monthly reminder to drink water. And here's another little trick. If you use these, Facebook, if we talk about the social triangle, I love it. Okay, if you use the social triangle, guess what? You are actually giving the platform what it wants because Facebook wants you to use these assistants. Facebook wants you to use their tools. That's why they built them, for you to use them. They're gonna give you more organic reach if you use their tools. Okay, so I'm gonna go here, save. Now I've scheduled a monthly post to remind you to drink water. You know what? I'm gonna do this. This is your monthly reminder to drink water, and then watch. Because now I'm gonna use it as a business thing too, and make offers. And then watch this. I'm gonna turn it into an engagement post. You and I'm gonna put a little emoji. I know this one hand thing doesn't work for me. I can't get to my emojis. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna put a little emoji at the bottom of it. That is this. Now it's scheduled to go out once a month. It took me 2 seconds. I didn't even have to write the post because it wrote it for me. And I'm gonna change this because I don't want it to be, um, uh, on a Sunday. Is that a Sunday? No, it's a Monday. Okay, and I'm gonna put this Monday morning, right? So I'm gonna put this at, like, let's say 8 AM on Monday morning. Amazing, I did it with one hand. Okay, so now I got some stuff going in there. Now what if you're like, "Okay, Molly, but I don't wanna use all those admin assistants." And what if you're like, "Okay, Molly, but how do I do my live streams?" I'm coming to that next. Okay, so in here, I'm gonna go over to, do you see where it says scheduled posts? I set up one for April 9th, and I did this as a test for you yesterday because oftentimes when it comes to these scheduling things inside the platform, you can only schedule 7 days ahead. And when we get to the live stream section next, you may only be able to schedule 7 days ahead. We're gonna play with it, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. But you're able to schedule. It's February 10th today. That's 2 months ahead. I scheduled this yesterday, 2 months ahead. And literally, did you know blah, 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 blah? You wanna know how to schedule it. These are the ones that are already scheduled. It is so easy to schedule these posts. So, I'm gonna show you how to do it right now. Let's say you're in the content club, okay? So, those of you that are in the content club, you know that we meet once a month in order to we meet once a month in order to write your month of content for the following week, okay? You're gonna write your month of content, I mean, not for the following week, a month of content to Cheapers Creepers. You're gonna write a month of content in about 20 minutes for next month, okay? Once you do that, you've got your month of content written. So I'm gonna pull up our content document that we use, and I'm gonna show you right now how to get that content scheduled inside the platform. This may be a little different than what you're used to, okay? So once you've written your content, and I'm gonna go to our little thing here. Dude, this is so good. I'm obsessed. I'm so obsessed with our systems. And if you're not in the content club, what are you even doing? So this is a link to get half off of the first month of the content club. Putting it right here, molly.lab/content club. The coupon code is club secret. Okay. Oh, I didn't share it. I didn't share it. Ta-da! That is how you get access. So go there and join us. Okay, watch what's gonna happen. This is straight from our content club. So this is that full super prompt that we do. So in here, let's say I like this. Are you tired of a one size fits all business? One size, let me see. Hold on. You are what makes your business unique. You are your UVP, your unique value proposition. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to copy that post. That's all I need. The one liner, right? And you know, in the content card, we make like a whole list of them. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go, whoops, not there, here. Back to our group. I'm gonna come into the group. I'm gonna go like this. Takes me literally 2 seconds, and my arm is in my thing, Cole, if you're still here. Okay, so I'm gonna go like this. Now, I never like these little emoji things. Maybe that one works. I really don't usually use them, but I'm gonna use it for this one. Then I'm gonna come down here, and I'm gonna go like this, and I'm gonna say, "Okay, this one is going to be on Tuesday at 7 AM." It's done. Now, did that take me a little more time than it would take to upload a CSV with Metricool or with High Level? Yes. Am I gonna get over it because there's all of these other things available and I have a strategy in place to turn this group into a bajillion dollars? Yeah. Then I come back to my scheduled posts and I can see all of these posts are scheduled. And because in the content club, we give you a sheet, you can now have a system for yourself where you strike it through when it's scheduled. and now it's ready to go. Move on with your life, and you can schedule out the whole month. How hard would it be to do 4 things like 4 one-liners inside your group? Not that hard. Okay, now we also give you video topics in the content club. So the power of authenticity in business is an example, right? So, so why being you is your best business strategy. And I would like to come up with my own title really probably with this, but like let's say I'm going to do the power of authenticity in business and like 5 ways to weave more authenticity into your business strategy without being a weirdo. I mean, with being a weirdo because you're a weirdo. Okay. So if I do that, I know I'm going to do a video. Now what I'm going to do, you guys, drum roll, please. I'm going to show you how to schedule this. Are you ready? Because it's wild. So I tested this last week and it worked. I will tell you, the one thing that I'm a little nervous about with this is that we have a lot of members who are not tech savvy at all, and they're using tools like Be Live or Restream, and it's really easy because you log in and you click group, and then you click live. That is changing. So I'm gonna show you how to do it, and I have 2 really awesome ways. Actually 3. I have 3 really cool ways for you to do this. One is, and I'm just gonna tell you exactly what I did right now. Forget going live in your group and instead go live on YouTube and send people to your group for a conversation. Okay? Now you may be thinking, "I don't wanna do it that way. I want to actually have the video in the group." Why would you want to have your video in your group? Because and having your video in the group is a way to gate the content. So, for example, for the content club, we do all of our videos like, let me just show you because we organize them really well also. So, like, in the content club, we're using Zoom, and I'm gonna have to change the way that I do it. So, in the content club let me screen share the right tab. Inside here, there's 3 options. One option is to do it on YouTube and then send people to the group for the conversation. You could do, like, an unlisted link or whatever, stream live on YouTube. That one's what we're doing right now. It's driving lots of traffic to our YouTube, and the conversation is going to our group. So that's if you don't want your content to be gated. The other is to live stream and and take that stream that you're doing on YouTube, let's say, and put it onto your own landing page. So you embed it on a landing page. That means people are still watching on YouTube, but it's inside a landing page and the comments are not right below. So you could create a landing page with a button they click that sends them to the Facebook group. So it's kind of the same, but it's really creating your own party bus. It's like you've created your own platform where they're watching. Okay. Now, if that is not what you wanna do, and you actually do wanna gate the content, this is what I'm gonna show you right now, because I think this is what most of us need, it's just a little more tech. So, inside here, you'll see, like, inside the content club, we just stream our Zoom streams into the group, which is awesome because most people are on Zoom with us, but now the replays, we put them into a course platform, but they're also just right here where people can get them, right? Super easy. This is not going to be the case anymore. So what we're gonna have to do is as follows. Gosh, and I'm gonna show you. Okay, so inside the group, you're gonna go into your group and you're gonna go to event. Now, you're going to go to create event. Now this is where it's gonna get a little techie, okay? Um, I'm gonna do just to be awesome, I will do a bonus Q&A. I don't know what I wanna do else. I'll do a little recap. I'm not gonna do a bonus Q&A because I don't want you guys to feel like you have to be there, but I'm gonna do a little recap tomorrow morning that just goes through, like, the main top level strategy of this because today was kinda crazy, and I'm gonna do it on my in my group. So I'm gonna say, "Recap FB API changes." Okay? I'm not gonna worry about the description of this yet. I'm gonna add it later just because it's hard for me to type with my hand like this. Okay, I'm gonna set this for tomorrow, and I'm gonna set it for 9 AM. I'm gonna do 8 AM. I like to do 8 AM videos because my kids are still kinda Whatever, I can let them watch TV in the morning for a little bit on weekends, and then we can go about our day. Okay, this is the big change. Ready? You're gonna go in person or virtual? Virtual. Now, in the past, I always recommended when you got to this that you didn't use the Facebook Live option. This Facebook Live option was weird. It's still weird, but it's the only way it's gonna work. If you do other or external link, that is for, if you're using the tool like, if you do other, you could share the YouTube link, right? I mean, not other, sorry, external link, you'd share the YouTube link, and then when they come into it, that's where they would get the link, it would take them to YouTube or to your own platform, right? When we do Facebook Live, and the reason I didn't use to suggest this is because most of the people in our community, when they started to go live on Facebook like this, they would get stuck, and I'm gonna show you why they would get stuck. Also notice this is very important and it's different, and I've never taught this before, totally different. Down here, you can add a co-host, which means they can invite people, which is cool, and notice this chat settings. So Rachel Miller, if you're in her group, she has 70 million chats because she created a recurring event, and it created a separate chat for every recurring event, which is a mess, and she was like, "Oh my god, I don't even know what to do with this." Don't do that. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna click right here, and you're going to either turn the chat off or, and this is gold, you are going to keep the chat on and link it to an existing chat. I made a new chat yesterday called AI and Organic Social Updates. It's like I've created my own broadcast channel that Facebook allows me to message everybody who joins this chat. This is huge. Again, I don't want it to be spammy, so I've gotta be careful, like, I saw some questions coming in, and I don't want it to be a place for questions. I really want it to be a no chat where you just get the updates that you want. If you would like to be actually notified in a place where you could find it when we do things like this, type, "remind me" in the chat. So now this is linked here, and so I'm gonna say, "Recap about tomorrow in the group." Again, this is because I can't really type very fast right now, okay? In the not groups, in the group. Okay, I'm not gonna make it a repeat event, and I could answer or put frequently asked questions. I did this earlier, I'm not gonna do that today. Okay, so this is all here. I'm gonna add more details later, but, oh, maybe actually I'll do this. I'll make this the description. Okay, what's about to happen next is gonna be amazing. I'm gonna do create event. I don't know if Diana Sabatino is watching. Diana Sabatino, this is what you need to do in your group. Oh, shoot, I should have changed the cover photo. Dang. That's okay. Now, this is a big, also thing that we don't always talk about. Those of you that are using friends lists, I have all these friends lists. Inside Sales Stars, we teach you there are 5 types of friends lists that you wanna build. This is how you turn a Brussels sprouts post into sales. I have a million because I teach a bunch on it. But watch this. I can go to the members of the content club, and I can invite just the members of the content club. So, I out of the 500 members in the content club, 400 of them are my friends. That means I have 100 invites left because it invited 400 people. I can go in here, I can invite my family, which is just my sister. I can invite her to the group because I'm using an effing strategy. Most of you don't use a strategy, and I can help you build the strategy out as a parfait. And Cassandra, I don't know if I can make it a no chat. I tried yesterday, but I think I'm gonna just create rules for that chat. What you guys have been doing so far, because it was all kinda crazy, is perfect. I'm just gonna make, like, rules for it so that it doesn't get crazy because I don't want it to annoy people. I loved that everybody was saying good morning, like, I want it to feel like a community, and people can choose to opt in or out of it, right? Okay, so now I'm gonna send this invite to those 400 people. They're all getting a notification that this is happening. I'm also going to change the cover photo because, um and I'm just gonna make it I didn't create a cover photo for this yet, but I'm just gonna do, the cover photo that I used for the other one, just so we have it. Okay, I'm gonna save it. Now, the problem that most people have when they do this, the problem that most people have is that they create the video, they create this thing and they're like, "I don't know how to go live. How do I go live?" And they're like on their phone or whatever, they're like, "There's nowhere to go live." So here's where it gets really interesting. You're gonna go to set up live video. Now, if you're like a fancy video person, you already know how to do this, but I guarantee most of you don't know how to do this. So inside here, you're going to see there are ways that you can use a webcam. Like, I can allow my webcam right here. It's asking me. I'm not gonna worry about that, but it's giving me a little pop-up. I could turn my webcam on here, okay? And I could allow my webcam to go in here. But honestly, I think it's confusing. I think it's gonna be way easier for you to do this with a third-party tool. So watch what you're gonna do. You're gonna go to streaming software. Now you're gonna get this link, and it's like, "Well, what do I do now?" So, here's what you're gonna do, and I'm gonna use BeLive as an example because many of you know I was on the team at BeLive for 5 years, and I love them so much, and I know this is gonna have an effect on them. Jenna and I were talking about how with third-party tools, like, there are so many third-party tools that are approved, and it's like they went through all this huge process, like, BeLive is an approved partner with Facebook, so they're still gonna be able to go, they're still gonna be able to work on business pages, personal profiles. It just won't be able to stream directly into a group, and here's how you do it. So you're gonna go in here to Be Live, and this works with Restream the same exact way. I'm just using Be Live as an example today to walk you through it. So in here, I'm gonna go to my streams. Oh, that's a lie. I'm so sorry. You're gonna go to your studio. Sorry. Oh, it's a different tab. So I clicked on sorry, I clicked on my studio. Okay, now this is a little crazy because I've got 2 cameras here, and so it selected my other camera, and that's why it looks kinda wild. So I'm just gonna turn the camera off. Okay, so this is the dashboard of BeLive. Now, usually when you're going to go live, you will actually oh, you can still see me down here, how cute. Okay. Usually hi, Frankie. When you're I'm just gonna put it like that. Okay, usually when you're about to go live I'm gonna do this so you can see me. This one, thank you. You're the best, and this too. Frankie's doing my dishes. That's trash. I love you. Goodbye. Okay. Usually, when you're about to go live, you will come up to the top, you'll edit the destination, and then you'll select the stream where you wanna go. Well, we're not gonna do that. Instead, what you're gonna do, you're gonna and y the cool thing is you could still go live on your personal profile, your business page, and in your group, and YouTube. So watch this. I'm gonna go on my timeline. I'm gonna go on my business page. I'm gonna go not in my group because it's not actually gonna work. So I'm gonna hit that remove, but I'm gonna do it a different way. I'm gonna go on my YouTube. I'm gonna go my YouTube's not actually connected right now, so I'm just gonna remove that so I don't have to go through that process. I'm gonna go on LinkedIn, whatever. I'm gonna do all these things. Now I'm gonna add one more thing. I'm gonna scroll all the way down to the bottom, and I'm gonna use a custom RTM. This is the different magic part if you want to go live in a group. Are you following me? Let me know if you're following me. You can still do this with Restream as well. You have to select the RMTP on Restream or RTMP. You guys, I'm dyslexic. So RTMP. I never remember the names of things. It's okay. The one that starts with an R, the robot thing. Okay, and then what you're gonna do is you have this here. Notice it says server URL, and then it says stream key. You're gonna go over here, back to the group. Where was I? Okay, we're gonna go back. Oh my gosh, we're gonna go back over here. And we're gonna copy this stream key. Watch this. Inside the group right here, there is this stream key. We're gonna copy it. Copy that stream key. Then you're gonna come back over here and you're gonna paste it right there. Now, the part that I always get confused about, and so I really suggest, let me just be clear about this, don't do this at the last minute. Practice it ahead of time. Before I did this training with you know what I did? On Monday, I did this into both the content club and into our show up with video group. So I tried it with 2 different groups. It worked in 2 different groups. So know that you can do this in multiple places, and I tested it first. I didn't just come here and teach it to you without actually doing it. I will just tell you the one thing, and if Loria is still watching this, I don't know if she is, but Loria messaged me earlier. She knows. I forget kind of stuff all the time. So I'm gonna create this written guide for you and for me, okay? So know that in our group, we'll be sharing the written guide. Now, um, the and I see these questions, I'll come back to them in a moment. Know that the next thing I again, like I said, I get confused about sometimes, but I think I'm doing it right, so we'll try. Well, we're gonna test it together right now. Okay, so in here, on the Facebook account, you're gonna go here and, sorry, on Be Live, you're gonna go back to Be Live, and you need to enter what's the server URL. So that's the server root domain, and this is the part that I'm always like, "Is this right? I don't know." So, we're gonna do notice this, RTMP equals XX domain slash blah, 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 blah. I think, and if we look at this, the last time I did this, I just typed, this from right here. Look, look, look. Back over here, you click Advanced Settings. I open this up, and you can actually grab the server URL right here. And notice it says RTMPS live, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to grab that. Now, what's cool about this is this can be reused every time you go live. I could create this URL for the Elevate Your Awesome group, and I could have a different URL for the Content Club group. And then in Zoom, I don't have to reset it every single time. That can just be my server URL, right? I would need to, and the server URL and the stream key is the persistent part. Sorry. So I'm gonna make it persistent and now this will work. So I turn this persistent stream key on and now we got this. So I'm gonna go back over here. And again, I don't do this very often. I know a lot of people do this all the time. So you are getting this from a hot mess, but it worked. So I go in here, I'm gonna put this here, right? That's my stream key. And I'm just gonna check and make sure that the stream key didn't change because I don't wanna have to fix that. 101 blah, 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 yes, okay. So, hold on. Yes, it's all correct. Okay, I'm gonna hit save. Now, watch this. This is the next little crazy part. I'm gonna go so now this is ready to go, okay? If I and also notice that I did not schedule it on here, I just set it up. But what I have to do now, because 'cause I'm actually gonna start this video even though um, it's supposed to happen tomorrow, I'm gonna start it early just to show you how it works. So now everyone's gonna be confused. Over here, I'm gonna go in here, back to my oh, I'm in here, sorry. Okay. So I'm in the event, I'm gonna hit save changes. Now I've got all of that, like, set up. So how do I actually go live? Well, now I have to go back to the oh, shoot. No, this is why I'm gonna do the recap now. Once I hit save changes, it brought me to here, and now I'm like, "Huh, what do I do? What how do I do this?" So, I'm gonna go back to my event, and I'm giving you a written guide for this. I mean, I'm gonna go back to my event over here, go to the events, notice that I have this thing happening tomorrow, blah, 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 right? I'm right here. It is going to say, "Set up live video." I'm in here. I use that stream key, right? So we're gonna just make sure this is all correct. And in here, I'm gonna start the live stream, but I set this up to actually go already. So I need to if it was at the right time, I could hit start live video. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna create do you want me to show you, like, if I was to do one that started in 2 minutes, how you could actually start it? Because I set this one for tomorrow, so I can't actually start it yet because it's tomorrow at 8 AM. But you want me to do that whole process again without talking so much so that you guys can see it in action? Would that be helpful? I know I've now gone live for over 2 hours. And if you don't have a third party tool to go live, so if you don't have one to go live, let me show you. And I'll do this one in the content club, so it's not like what making people all freaked out inside that group. So I'm in the content club right now. Again, I'm just gonna go really quick. I'm gonna create and actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna create a tango. This is gonna be awesome. So I'll have the little checklist created while I do it. So you'll oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. This is like taking me too long. Great. Amazing. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna actually go over here. All right, so in here, notice oh, you can't even see it. That's cool. Okay, so I'm right here, and I'm going to now the little orange thing that's popping up is because I'm creating a guide for you as I'm doing this. So I'm gonna select events, and then I'm gonna say create event, and I'm gonna type in here test. Oops. Okay, and then I'm gonna this is all fine, whatever. Then I am going to do this starting, I'm going to do it starting at 10:30, which is in 9 minutes. Hopefully that'll work. In person or virtual, it's virtual. I'm going to select Facebook Live and then all of this. I'm going to just type test, right? Then I'm going to make this not repeat, blah, 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 create event. Okay. Oh, and I could just invite all group members. If your group has a smaller amount of people, then you can actually invite all group members. With 10,000 people, you can't do that. And I saw some more questions about that, but I'll come back to that later. Okay. And I could, if I wanted to, I could edit and upload a cover photo, which would be what you'd want to do because you want a cover photo that actually goes with your event. Okay. I create the event. It's in 9 minutes, so hopefully it works. And now I'm going to go through that same process for connecting the live stream. And actually, so I love Be Live, so I wanted to show you how to do that on Be Live. I will also show you how to do it on Restream, but I'm using Restream, so I don't think I can. We're gonna do it on Be Live. Maybe let me try. I think it's gonna oh, I think I can do it. I maybe can do it. Okay. We're gonna try and do it on Restream while I'm live on Restream, which may not work, but we'll see. Okay, so we're in here now. I'm not gonna worry about this. I'm not gonna invite anybody because it's just a test. I'm gonna go to set up live video. Okay, so I click set up live video. And now, if I didn't have a third-party tool, what you can't see is there's a pop-up that says to allow your camera and your microphone, and I can select yes. So I can actually do this without a camera or a microphone. The problem is without a third-party tool, it's trickier to screen share. It's tricky. There's just not you can't like have it's just a lot trickier. Okay, with a third-party tool, it's easier and if I wanna stream in multiple places, I can't do that through here as easily. It's way trickier. So I wanna do this on a third-party tool that allows me to stream on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram at the same time. Okay, so, but if you wanted to, this is where you would do it. I am not gonna do that. I'm gonna do the streaming software. So I click on streaming software, and again, now I have a whole new setup because it's a different group. So I'm gonna go into the advanced settings. I have this persistent stream key, right? I'm gonna oh, maybe it is the same. That's cool. If it's the same, that is awesome. Okay, I'm gonna hit copy on my stream key, and I'm gonna do this in Restream now. I'm gonna go to this encoder RTMP. I'm gonna set the title, whatever, I don't think that matters. I'm gonna set it there, next. My channel is going to be custom RTMP. I put my stream key right here. I'm doing that encoder one just because I'm worried I'm gonna mess it up because I'm already live right there. And then I'm gonna put my, I'm gonna go back over to Facebook, and I'm gonna get that link, right, that show this tab instead. I'm gonna go back down here. I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna go back over here. I'm gonna show this tab. That is gonna be my link. I'm gonna add the channel. Now again, this may screw everything up because I'm actually live with this right now. But now, okay, so I've got this custom RTMP, right? And then I'm gonna be able to select everywhere else I wanna go live. Again, it's not gonna work in groups. So if I wanna go live on this page and with this custom RTMP, which is the group is the custom RTMP. Now I have it there, right? Cool. So I want this to happen right now. So I'm gonna create an event. And again, this may oh, whoops, I have to actually enable the channel. You've got to turn it on. Sorry. Turn it on, right? I'm gonna create that event. This may break the internet because I'm actually using this. Um, okay, because I did this as an encoder thing, I I will do another video on how to do it with Restream, but it's too hard to do because I'm actually live right now, so it's, like, making it weird. So, I'm gonna do this and be live. Sorry. Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna show this tab instead. Edit destination. I'm gonna go in here, and I've got this guy is set up, this custom RTMP, right? So I'm right here with it set up right now with that same information on it. So I'm gonna remove these other ones because I don't wanna go live other pla well, maybe I'll just leave it and see what happens. I'm gonna say, "Do you see this?" Again, I'm gonna give you a written version. Oh my gosh. And I promise once you get this choreography down, it is going to be so easy. Okay, I'm gonna save this. Now I've got this saved with that stream key in there. I'm gonna go back to Facebook into my group where that event is happening and watch what happens. I'm gonna show you over here. I'm gonna hit save changes. And now I'm gonna go back to my group. I wanna go back to that event. This is why I saved this part for the end. But I'm gonna go back into my event. When I get into the event, because I scheduled it for right now, oh my gosh, where did I do it? Happening now. Where did it go? Oh my gosh. Where did that event oh, I didn't do it in that group. Duh, that's why. You guys, make sure you go to the proper group. That's not the right group. Jeez Louise. Sorry. Okay. This I want my it's in the content club, and it's happening in 2 minutes, so this is perfect. Okay, so I go into the event here and see where this test is. I'm gonna go into this group. I go to the set up live video. Ah, streaming software. I've got all that set up. And then I'm just gonna hit go live, but it may need to happen right when it's doing it. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna click go live on this with this all set up, and it will let you go live. So what I did last time is I came into the platform, and this is where I got confused. I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna hit start. Now watch, watch. Ready? I'm gonna hit start, and you're gonna be live in several places. This is really important. Okay. I am now live. If you can see this, I'm on this camera. If you can see this, what's happening is I am now live. I'm going to change my camera. I'm doing a training about Facebook groups. I go up here. Okay. So we are now live on my personal, oh, almost. We are now live on my personal Facebook profile, my Facebook business page, my LinkedIn, which maybe not be connected, and this new RTMP. Okay. So we're live here. I don't even know what this thing on the screen is. I'm going to hide it. Okay. What oftentimes will happen is you think, "Oh, I'm already live in my group," but you're not live in your group because what you're gonna do is you're gonna go over to the group and the streaming software is now streaming there. So if you go over here, this streaming software, it should be live. So this should be the actual stream. And maybe we can't use persistent streams because I've not done this in a group. So maybe we actually don't use a persistent stream. Let's see what happens here. Dang. You guys, maybe I'm messing it up. I did connect it. It was there. Let's try it again. Okay, we're gonna add another destination. This guy should be that. There. We're gonna have to try it again. Oops. Now I messed the whole thing up. But I changed it so many times that I could have just accidentally changed it. So we're gonna grab the information again. And those of you that are like pros at this are thinking, how on earth did Molly teach video for so long? Do not know. Okay. Because what'll happen is over here, you'll actually see the streaming software connect. But it's not showing up right there, and I don't know why. Let's see. It should show up right there, and then you just hit go live. Oh, it is there. It's there. It's working. Hooray. Let's go to the group and see if it's there. Or maybe I'm using 2 different ones at the same time. Who knows? Let's go look. Can you Nope, it's not in the group. Okay. I think I'm just live in too many places at one time. So what I'm gonna do, because this is me on my personal profile, I believe. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna do this without being live and make you a separate training on it. Oh, no, there it's there now because it's I don't know. Okay, it's not there. So I'm gonna actually do this separately as a separate training because I'm live in so many different places. And this is like crazy because I'm live in so many places. But I promise you that's how it works. And I'm gonna do a separate training with a written guide. Literally, maybe the persistent stream key won't work if you're gonna do a bunch of different places. I'm not 100% sure. But I like literally, I'm gonna make you this guide. I'm gonna put it in the group so that you guys can see how to do this. Um, great. I'm gonna look at questions. I'm just gonna go now. Um, Luria, you are here. Thank you. This is why I kept calling you this whole entire time. Okay, so Luria, I did it on Monday, and I went, "Can you not use persistent stream keys in different groups?" Because on Monday I did it and it was totally fine. But today I decided to hit the persistent thing, and I don't know if that messed it up. You guys, Luria is my go-to person. I figure out it is time. It's 10:30 right now. Like I said, I did it on Monday and it worked perfectly in 2 groups. So, um, Luria, tell us your ways. Okay, we have so let me just do like a little recap right now. So I showed you how to schedule in your group even without a third-party tool. I showed you how to use our favorite CRM to grab the information when people join groups so that you can continue to follow up with them. I didn't even tell you about all the automations it allows you to do. And then we are still live on the personal stream. So I'm gonna turn that off right now because I'm using 20 different live streaming tools at one time, which is not a good strategy. So I'm turning this off. Yay! Okay, I'm turning it off. Thank you, goodbye. But I'm still here with you on YouTube. Okay, I'm gonna do a video. I'll have it ready for you by tomorrow with a full recap that will show you exactly how to set up the live stream properly and not make the hot mess mistakes that Molly Mahoney makes. Gloria, where'd you go? You were here. Now she's gone. Okay. Um, and yeah, so I'm gonna create that for you. But now you know the admin assistant, which is amazing. You know the chat feature, which is amazing. And you know how to get access to the replay and the written guide, which is inside our group. Those of you that want more support in how to create the content, the actual strategy to get people into your groups, or you want more information about sales, I've got two options for that for you. One is to go to the content club. And again, all you have to do is go to molly.live/content club club secret. I'm still going to pick the winners though. So don't leave yet because I got to pick the winners. What time do we need to be there today, John Dominguez? Do you know? Amazing. Okay. So this is molly.live/content club. The secret, if you want half off your first month, is club secret. I teach things I actually know how to do very well in there, not things I'm figuring out like I did this week. And also, if you would like more support, we can have a little chat. So fill out this little application. It is molly.live/biz app if you want even more support. All right, let's pick our winners. Are you ready? So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the group. And I may even just record this recap right now because I have more time. So in here, we're gonna go to the group. I'm gonna enter here. We got 2 places where we're doing things. So we're gonna do a nugget winner, which was from this little oh, this is not the right group. Geez, Mahoney. Oh, that's weird. So to get to our Facebook group, you're gonna go to molly.live/FB group, and that will take you right to our Facebook group where you'll get access to all this goodness. Okay. So inside the group, you're gonna see this is where we did our little giveaway. And we have a question thread. Oh my gosh, I can still answer questions, guys. This is gonna be the longest live stream of my life. I like it. So this is so good. Okay, so we have 114. I'm gonna stop Tango. Or actually, yeah, I'm gonna stop that. Okay. We have 114 people who entered or comments that entered. And so this is how we pick nuggets. Watch this. I'm gonna open this up. This is going to be, there's gonna be 5 of you that win. And I'm gonna go down here. I'm gonna expand all of these comments. 5 of you are gonna win. Are you ready? Okay. I'm gonna go here. Practice before you go live, Linda. That's a good one. I should keep that in mind. Can you hear me? Am I talking loud enough? All right. So I'm gonna select all of these comments. All of these comments. All of these comments. Here we go. Okay, except for my own. Right. I'm not gonna select Nancy because she's our team member. And then what I'm gonna do with all these comments, this is a final nugget or one more nugget. I'm gonna go to OpenAI. I'm gonna go to ChatGPT. I'm gonna go to my brand voice because I have seasoned my own assistant, and I'm gonna say, "Please select the top 5 nuggets. Make sure they are from different people." And so I'm gonna let AI decide who wins. Okay? Excited. Oh my god, I almost thought I should sing while I do this. So Deanna, your comment is so good. Deanna, nugget, Whitney your peeps so they know they're getting something special. Marlene, nugget, Whitneying is the best marketing technique ever. I'm so glad that ChatGPT knows how important Whitneying is. Vicky Lynn, Downey, Taylor Swift is a perfect example of the social triangle. Look for the party bus. Took the party bus to Instagram. Really good one. Daryl Dancer. I love all of our sales stars are here. Nugget, find your Brussels sprouts. I love it. Aaron, so good to have connected with you from the high level workshop. And he says, Nugget, bring them in with just a little nugget. Amazing. So you 5 have won an audit of your Facebook group. And so what I would love is for you to email us at Molly at the Prepared Performer, and we will get you that audit, which is cool. So actually send us the link to your Facebook group so I can join it and actually do the audit. Amazing, congratulations. And now I'm gonna wrap this up with a rapid fire Q&A. So We're gonna go back to the group. So I'm gonna share this instead. I opened too many tabs while I was doing this and was in too many places, and hence things don't work. So here we go. I'm gonna go back to my group, which y'all were in, and that's where we're gonna pull the questions from. I'm gonna rapid fire some questions right now, which will be great. Okay. So I noticed when I tested in the chat or tested it that the chat and live can be seen on Facebook, but it doesn't pull the comments over to StreamYard. What I need to see the comments on the Facebook screen, and is that same for the Be Live? Yeah. So if you're using the RTMP, whatever, if you're using the RTMP, you need to actually have a separate window up, or I'll use my phone and I will use let me go screen. I'll use my phone and I'll use a little tripod like this so I can look at the comments on there on my phone too. But this could be a good reason to do the same little thing that I did where you have a separate chat stream where they can be watching on the video. But we got a lot of questions here and we got 114 nuggets on another post. So there's other ways that you can drive traffic to the group for comments in addition to beneath the stream. Just that was like one of my main points today. Okay. Um, and if I know we're now like way far into this. If you guys found this valuable, I would just love you to share with your community, like share the group with your community and let them know that we're here providing value. Okay. Danella, good to see you. If you have an outside service posting content, videos, etc., should they have a group track or use group track? I had it before, but I didn't use it myself, so I let it go. Clearly, I need it again, but I don't know if my vendor needs it or both. Okay, so let me show you. You can actually have your team as members. So if you have a social media manager, it's a seriously amazing tool. So watch. I'm going to open this, and if I wanted to reply to every single person on this automatically, I can do that straight within group track. I just grab the link to this guy. I'm gonna paste it over in my little tool, molly.live/awesome is where you get access to that. And then the whole team can see what's happening. So if I'm just gonna show you my own information, right? So if I hover over my own name, I'm gonna pull this up. This is all my information, but everybody on our team can see this, not just me. So the whole team can see this, which is amazing. It doesn't give anyone access to my personal profile. It collects the data. So I always make a joke, Danella, if you're still here, you'll appreciate this. I always joke that before I had group track, this is what I used to use. Are you ready? Before I had group track, I used to use this. It's a bag of business cards. This works just as well. Except eventually you will run out of time and it'll be difficult to get the information to your team. So we use group track to communicate the data that we're tracking. And again, when you use our version of group track, which is molly.live/awesome, you get all of our pipelines instantly installed. And if you're using our email, sales, and landing page marketing tool called Star Funnels, it connects directly with that. So if you're in Sales Stars, you'll get Star Funnels for free. And then when someone joins your group, you can automatically email them. It is so cool. Okay. Um, Great question. Okay. Let me these like got in a different order. That's so weird. Um, okay. And this was the same question. So I'm going to jump to Steph's really quick. She says, I'm so confused. What's the email capture tool that you use to pull info from new group members? I manually pull it. So it's molly.live/awesome. Steph, you answered your own question. Thank you. Yeah, that's what we use. Okay. Deborah says, so will ManyChat or whatever you're using still work with the comments? It sends the message via the opt-in link with these third-party changes. So we still use ManyChat on our Facebook business page and on Instagram. That is through the API, but they're not changing the API on business pages or Instagram. They're only changing it in groups. Melanie says, good to see you. For the opt-in posts you have in your group, what are you using to auto send the opt-in? Are you running that through group track? Yeah, so we do that with molly.live/awesome. And if you want me to show you how we do those automations, we actually have a free course on how to use Group Track. Do you want that free course on how to use Group Track? It's a whole course inside Samcart on how to use it. If you want it, say course, and I will add it into the Facebook group. What do I use to live stream? So I use either Be Live or Restream, and those many of you know, I'll just tell you why I don't use StreamYard. Back in the day when I was on the team back in the day when I was on the team at Be Live, the original founder of StreamYard, who I would love to have a conversation with, because maybe he's changed. I'm assuming he's changed because he was very young at the time, went into the Be Live Facebook group and messaged all of our top users and said, "Hey, I know you're in the Be Live group and you're using Be Live, but StreamYard's better, so here's a coupon code." That is not how to use groups. That is a way to get kicked out of a group, like I showed you earlier, and it's a way to make people like me never wanna use your tool because I think it's now tainted with your spamminess. And StreamYard's fine, but it's a direct copy of BeLive. So, it's the only bitter thing I hang on to. And I don't need it 'cause I have BeLive and I have Restream, so it's fine. Okay, everything else in my life I would except for that. Okay, um yeah, Deanna! I missed you so much on Tuesday's call, so I'm so glad. Hooray. We covered so much, but I, like, kept shout I hope you watched the replay because I kept shouting you out. Okay, alright, so next question. So group track is not impacted? Correct. Great. Okay, cool. Tools, Molly, thank you. Question, are you using Messenger to connect with people? At what stage do you drop Messenger? I heard you mention something like a reservation about using it. Oh my gosh, Cynthia, can I tell you my only reservation around using Messenger is the fact that my arm is in a cast and it's been difficult for me. I'm obsessed with Messenger. It's my favorite. I use it for it's my highest ROI and my most fun. Okay. My music group is set to private, like no one can find me. If I add SEO type words to my title, will it help people to find me? So groups are really interesting because they're not like if you build it, they will come. If you add SEO titles to the group, you will be potentially recommended. So in your settings, Cassandra, I have mine set to private also, but people can still find it. They changed this recently that you can make it visible or private. Only members who are in the group will see what's there, but it's not like it's hidden from people where they never can see it. Like, mine will still show up in search, and that has changed over the years. But, like, watch this. If I go up here and I search music for pregnant mom, I know this is weird, but I know what Cassandra does. Fabulous 40s pregnant moms due in 2024. Now, I know you're not a pregnant mom, Cassandra, she's a doula and a voice teacher. Look, you come up here, that's cool, right? But it's like what Drew did, why is Colby Heyman showing up under music for pregnant moms? Oh, it's his mom's birthday. Okay, but if I look up college auditions, and I look up groups, college musical theater program discussion group, college audition parent support, all things audition, these show up in search, which is important and valuable. Hopefully that helps, Sandra. So yes, I would do that. Okay, I lost questions. All right, we got 5 more minutes. I will share that there. Some of these I already answered, so, um, I noticed when I tested it in the chat and live, I can say we did that one already too. Coupon code for Content Club, yes. I'm putting this in the chat, and again, I'm just gonna put it here so you guys can see it. Molly Live slash Content Club. I'm streaming, sorry, I'm in caps. Oh my gosh. then code, it's club secret, and it'll give you half off the first month. Oops, all one word. Club secret. I'm not whispering, sorry. Okay, great. I've scheduled from Facebook to welcome people, and it keeps posting every day, even though no new people have joined. Oh my gosh, Heidi. So you scheduled it to go out daily. You have to schedule it to go out weekly or monthly. So if you don't have new people joining, you don't want it to go out daily. If you only have a few people joining, you want it to go out monthly. Ours goes weekly because we have people joining, right? So that's what I would do. Um, so we fix that for you. And then where did you say to comment course? I would love to be added to that training. So I will actually put it inside the Facebook group. Excuse me. Actually, would you like me to just grab that group track training for you right now? Because I can. Let me grab it. And I'll just share it's like a free link. I don't know this one in my head, and I should. Um, I thought it was on that page, but it's not. Hold on, I'm gonna find it. Where is it? I don't know. Okay, you may need to, here, what I'm gonna do, just to make this super easy, and then I'll have a place where I share it, this is like a really good training thing. So inside our main group, I'm gonna do what we're talking about out loud. I'm gonna take this thing off my arm because it's gonna take me too long to type what I wanna type, and then this will be more physical therapy, but I'm gonna put it back on, Cole, I promise. Cole yelled at me for taking my thing. John Dominguez says, "Thank you, Cole." Okay. Ugh, this is the weirdest thing ever. Okay. So what I'm going to do is this inside the group, and this will be the final thing that we do. So in here, I'm going to go to discussion, right? This is where we are. And I'm going to say, want a, now I'm going to give you, this is going to be very meta on meta. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing. This is really strategic. So I'm going to say, want a free course on how to automatically reply to replay, whoops, to comments and message people on Facebook, personal. I'm just gonna say actually anywhere on Facebook because the difference is ManyChat only works on business pages and Instagram because it goes through the API. Group Chat doesn't, so it works everywhere. So I'm gonna say anywhere on FB or IG, and then I'm just gonna use those emojis again that I used earlier, like, "Let me know below," and then I'll be done in a moment. So right here, I'm just gonna say, "Let me know." Use that same emoji. And again, this is like all our branding. You may not be as goofy as we are. And then I want this to stand out. And this is going to be one of those evergreen posts in our group, like that one that I showed you that just continually brings in more people who want our stuff, right? So, want a free course on how to do this? Let me know below, or let me know. I'm just writing that. The reason I write let me know is because it doesn't flag the Facebook spam bots. Okay, so if you want that course, what you'll do is you'll go to molly.live/FB group, which will take you to our group, and then you will just comment below this post. And so I'm gonna pin this sucker, and I haven't used the everyone tag yet today, so I'm gonna pin this. And if people leave our group today because I've been too spammy, they missed the point because I'm giving away so much information for free today. So I'm gonna say, everyone, let me know if you want this. Okay, cool. Now all you have to do is go there and I will get it for you. Amazing. Awesome. Hooray! Okay, so good. I think we got to all the questions. If not, if there's more questions that come up, pop them on in there. Again, if you would like more support, I would love nothing more than to have you join us in the Content Club or in our full implementation coaching program, which is called Social Sales Stars. And so I'm gonna put that on the screen here. Apply to get more information. I'll reach out and let you know if it's a good fit. So if you're like on the fence, don't worry, I got you. It's not a big old pressure sales call or anything like that. We'll just have a little messenger chat. Again, I am writing very slowly, so if it takes me a couple days to get back to you, it's because things are weird around here. Okay, and this is so fun. Thank you for your patience. What a weird way to start a training that I was so prepared for. And hopefully this was helpful for you. Again, I'm going to be posting a recap inside our Facebook group tomorrow. So all of those nuggets will be consolidated into one little recap. And this was really awesome. So make sure that you subscribe. We'll do more trainings here for free. And also, we would love to see you on the inside where all of the templates, all of the questions are answered, all of the accountability. If you are in Social Sales Stars or Glam and you want to leave a little nugget below, I wouldn't mind if you wanted to share how it's been for you. So, okay. Thanks so much. This has been so good. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.